Echo is fun to say.
I'm sorry. I'm okay not having armor class being low, being good because stupid.
All right, we are live.
Take that.
Yay!
Dan, please censor your controversial Thaco feelings now that we're live. We need to. You don't undermine
You know
your
what?
elect.
You can
don't wanna
quote me.
alienate
It's
them.
stupid.
Dan, you're 39 now. Take your electability seriously.
That's right.
Oh God,
The
yes.
next,
the
the next
electorate-
time we play,
Oh,
the
yeah.
next time we play, I will have a
Recording.
different camera so I can play with my better computer. I'm having internet issues already, so fingers crossed.
Oh, awesome! It's fun when there are
Mhm.
internet
Yeah.
issues.
The internet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
I really
download.
should have
You here? Yes.
Internet is
looked
the
over
worst.
this before just now. My character got more complicated the last time, and I've forgotten everything in the 1 week since we last played.
It's still, I believe, in universe, it is still only 1 day since the auspicious day, which is funny to me.
I think that is true. And I will
The
say,
you remember this is an auspicious day?
Yeah,
That
I remember that.
That was yesterday / over a year ago.
So we went back and slept.
Nope.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think now it's the day after the auspicious day.
Is that right? You guys
I
cover
think
all the
we
ground.
spent more time.
Okay,
back in-
maybe it was 2 days ago.
It
Yeah, I
hasn't
mean, we
been that
hiked
long
over
ago.
to the other temple, and then we were down there for a while, and then
Fought an
we've-
octopus.
we've hiked to the other plane with the White Plume Mountain in it.
Wait a minute. So we fought an octopus.
Was
That's
it Micah?
different from that time? No, that was when we fought
with
an
an
octopus.
octopus.
Yeah, that's slightly different.
This one was not on your team.
It was not.
I'm going to do a reminder for people who may not remember what the hell you're all doing,
Why would we bother?
and then we can start because the listeners will have listened to what the hell you were doing previously.
Really?
Go.
That's it.
Some of them.
Seems
Some of them.
optimistic.
Others,
Seems presumptuous.
Surely they've got better things to do.
I assume somebody just picks a random Total Party Kill podcast episode and just starts listening.
Oh, you've been listening to my podcast, Random Total Party Kill.
Random
It's not very good.
Not very good. No. All right. And we're gonna do the thing, Scott. We're gonna do that thing where we're gonna take a break every hour.
Yes, every hour on the hour.
Well, not quite that, but yeah.
10 minutes in.
Very
All right.
strict.
I'll keep
We're
track.
overdue on our break.
Oh no!
All right. Let's take a 5-minute break, and then we'll be back here. For
I really appreciate though that Total Party Kill is a union shop. It's
Yeah, it's good. The working conditions are much better.
yeah.
So, as you will all recall, that you are attempting to stop 4 elemental cults. I believe you figured out there are 4 of them from summoning their prophets onto Athos for some sort of nefarious purpose. You have successfully stopped one, the air elemental, I believe. Yes.
If you don't know, who does?
No, it was the air one because I remember Umlal jumped through the rift and attempted to.
Created his soul.
Yes, he tried the soul to get back. It was great. And then you left that temple and you got a message that said, hey, you need to go to the White Plume Mountain to gather some weapons that have been hidden there that can help you. And you went off to the White Plume Mountain. Where there was some discussion about if it was in fact a mountain or not, and then you
Sounds like
crossed. Yes, you were in the desert. You saw the White Plume Mountain in the distance. You got closer and closer, and then suddenly things felt weird, and there was grass and greenery everywhere. The White Plume Mountain was still there, but you felt like you were on a different plane, which should technically be impossible. You entered the White Plume Mountain, went down a staircase. I don't think I have to get this detailed. You,
It's like wow.
Stairs. Ooh.
Tell me more about these stairs, Scott.
Yeah,
they
what
were
are we talking? These 90-degree stairs? These what are we? Dwarven craftsmanship? What are we
a
gonna
ramp or
You came across a
Or metal.
kind of a wet sphinx who asked you some questions.
Shut your mouth.
And
What
you
Sphinx's second album was great.
and then you came to a corridor that had a hallway that had 3 branches, and you went down a couple of them. You found a pit, I believe.
Scott, we know it was just a week ago. Come on.
All right, we could skip. Roll initiative.
Ah!
I think we actually already have initiative, aren't we?
No.
Like mid.
You should just do a. You should
We
just do.
were,
We'll
and
start.
then we
We'll
weren't.
just do a
and
welcome
then some
back to
dummy
Total
went
Party.
back in the room.
Do a welcome back to Total Party
Technically,
Kill, and we'll just
3
keep
dummies.
going.
All right. Well, I will quickly recap the things that you saw, and then we will go. So you went down a hallway that had plates on it that you stopped going down. Then you went and found a room with a pool in it, and you didn't go in there. Then you walked across some green ooze that caused some problems. You saw a room full of flesh golems that told you a riddle, and then you closed the door and left there. And then you said, hey, how about this room full of globes? And Regdar went in by himself. That was not a great idea. He smashed a bunch of globes. He came back out. And he was unconscious. He flew through the door unconscious, and several of your party members thought, we should go into that room. And so you went.
No, one of our party members thought I should go into that room, and two of the party members thought we shouldn't let that guy go into that room alone.
I would have let him go in alone. And you three went in, some more eagerly than others. The door closed. The spheres recomposed themselves. The treasure that had fallen out of them disappeared. And you shattered one of them and outpoured 3 shadows. And that's where we are. Zatasha.
We can see in there because Zatasha has the
a stone with light cast on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Satara, Shara, and whatever. Zatasha.
See, this is why I wanted our names on the Zoom. Our character names.
Oh, sorry, they're on the live stream instead.
Umlal are in the room. Carlos, Regdar, and Kachka are in the hallway.
Yes.
And that's where we left.
I take a short rest.
Now I have to say, Jason, do you introduce these things?
Oh, yeah. No, I can, but you can. You should do it.
I should do it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should, Scott, because Jason's already doing the little like intro voiceover.
Yeah, and we
before
already
that,
have a
so it would be
complication
very weird.
where Tony introduces episodes now reading the thing that I read at the beginning. So when those episodes come up, I have to come up with something different to say.
Haha!
It's very complicated.
Is it? I mean, don't I say something stupider than what you say?
No, you did one session where every time you just said total party kill, where a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. I'm like, okay, what do I say, Tony? Well,
I mean,
you're
maybe you
listening
don't
to
need to
Total
say
Party
anything.
Kill, where Tony Sindelar is the dungeon master.
Tony Party Kill.
No, I should not say that, apparently. I
Don't.
will say something else. All right. Do I need to say welcome to Total Party Kill, or should I just
Yes.
say welcome
Yeah.
back to... Okay. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. We are back on the blood-soaked sands of Athos. I am your dungeon master, Scott McNulty. I am joined by a rogues gallery of Dungeons and Dragons players to once again follow the adventures of Iglath's angels. Yay, that yay you heard was Jason Snell.
Oh no, those guys again.
Yep, it's wait for the stew and the catapults, everybody. I am playing Carlos D. Dwarf Danger is his middle name, and he is a gladiator fighter dude. And
That joke is aged super well.
yep. Doesn't matter. It's still there.
It's still a joke.
It will be relevant again in another 5 years
That's right.
when this episode airs.
Excellent. We are also joined by everybody's favorite, just a random dude, Tony Sindelar.
Hi, I play Regdar, the unconscious guy. I'm currently unconscious.
Oh no. Also joining us, Aileen Sims. How are you?
I am trapped in a room because I decided that Omlal is not to be left alone.
That is probably a good idea.
It was a choice.
It was a choice. Erica Edside is here from the Great White North.
I am. I play Zotasha, a tiefling psionicist who also thought that Amlal should not be trusted alone. So that's how I ended up in this room after stabilizing Regdar, that random regular guy on the ground back there.
Oh, how did I end up in this room? And finally, someone who is also in a room somewhere, Stephen Lutz.
Yes, it is me. When last we played, just one short week ago, I was playing, let's see here, Katchika, and it appears that I am a 3-cream bard.
That is correct.
Sounds right.
I remember that perfectly.
Mark your quarry. All right, so
And there's another one.
And also Dan Morin.
Totally forgot the guy.
Dan
Yeah,
Morin.
this is the birthday punishment because it was not my birthday a week ago, but this week it is.
This episode will be released on your birthday, Dan. You are 47 years old today.
I play Omlal, maker of good decisions.
there you go. You're just so young that I resent that. So,
Thank you, Scott.
you're welcome. You'll always be younger than me, Dad, which isn't saying much.
Thank
All
God.
right, so what?
And I'd like to congratulate Scott. his children are going off to college next week.
Yes, that's right. Little baby 1 and baby 2.
I was really hoping for an announcement.
Yeah. Scott and Scott 2.
No, it's baby 1 and baby 2. That's the names.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's on the
there's
college application. Yeah.
family names. My real name is Baby 2.
Baby McNulty in the deep blue sea.
That's right. So the room in which you are trapped, as our listeners will remember, is full of 9, currently 8 spheres, one of which has been shattered, and set forth 3 shadows that are not friendly. So everyone should roll initiative.
Okay.
Seems like a lot of shadows, Scott. You sure it wasn't 2?
Well, there's 3 of us, so I guess we each have a shadow.
My initiative is
I
-1.
hope so.
You all have shadows. Your initiative is -1. Is that-
I am slow and klutzy. That is a thing that is important to know about Zatasha.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I make it look good every time.
That's important.
It looks like I meant to be so slow, like I was just waiting for the right time, even though that has nothing to do with it.
Part of dungeon mastering is a lot of bookkeeping.
It's true.
Oh man! If we ever make it to the next level, I get advantage on initiative rolls, but that's not yet apparently.
That seems unlikely.
And optimism.
We will see what happens, but don't get too excited.
I hope that spear and dagger or whatever that you threw in there was worth it.
All right. Oh, I need to put.
I'm sure your other brother will enjoy it when he comes to pick up your belongings.
All right. Why does this turn order thing not? Here we are.
Yeah, it looks all weird to me. I don't know if was me or you or us.
Yeah, and I only see my name.
Yes.
Oh, I only see my name. I think there must be something about their permissions or our names.
Yeah, I think the permission's on your token. I see my name.
All right.
I suspect
That's fine.
some things got a little sad.
Roll 20.
Well, I'm not going to figure it. Does
Yeah.
anyone care, really?
If you made one of us a dungeon master, we could fix it.
Like the.
Like the whole
Such a
adventure.
helper.
That's right. No,
I
monsters.
decided if that was too mean, and then Tony took it away from me, so that's fine.
All right. Well, I don't even know how to make someone a dungeon master.
Nope, don't do that. It's
Don't
fine.
worry about it.
Fine.
The danger is we might, depending on how the map is set up, we would see spoilers and stuff. So you might not want to
that's
do that.
All right. Well, I'll figure that out later. But
Yeah,
I can see
it's-
everybody, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not here. That's not here. All right. So Shara goes first. Hooray. So you are in the room. There are currently 8 spheres that are not shattered. There is 3 shadows. The shadows look like shadows. I know. That's
Really paint a picture there, Scott.
They're wispy. They aren't saying anything. They're silent.
Like
see,
shadows
that's
are.
Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm there.
Like
Yeah.
Dark.
This is.
What
Yeah,
would you like to do?
I don't know. These guys look kind of shady.
Oh.
Boo.
I actually am not in the room with you dummies. So Carlos whistles and is whittling a stick.
Well, it's not Carlos's turn yet.
Oh
so
no,
stop
sorry.
whittling this
I want to prepare an action for.
Yeah. You can't ready an action on somebody else's turn.
Oh,
Are you
you're
ready?
right. What am I thinking?
Whittling?
All
Come
right,
on, it was
Shara,
just last week, Jason.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
right,
played
you're right.
this game.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see what shooting it with a crossbow bolt does. So I rolled a 17.
A 17 will. So is your crossbow magical by any chance?
I do not believe it is.
We had this discussion last week.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think I have
not.
any magical
It's
weapon.
not.
All right, 17 hits.
Okay.
Do you guys want to have the discussion about Jason's tricol again too?
Yes.
Uh,
How much damage does that do?
Uh,
So I also have the sneak attack. Oh, finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll. I should have advantage, correct?
I don't know why you would have advantage.
Yes.
Because my friends are right next to all the
We're
things.
close.
Like, yeah,
All right, sure.
is that not okay?
Convince
So
It is.
I get my sneak attack, which is an extra 3d6
All right,
plus.
sneak attack works. You don't actually get advantage, but
No,
get
I
sneak
only
attack.
get. I can
Yes.
only use it
Yeah.
if I have advantage.
You just roll sneak attack.
Wow, that was fast.
So easily beaten down.
Wow.
No, it's technically true, but I don't need to explain the rules. So
Scott,
yeah.
we've got like 3 hours to go. Are you really want to?
Everybody
Also, it's
just
going to do like half damage, so it doesn't
roll
matter.
advantage on everything.
Cannon.
Tony, we fixed the campaign.
Yeah. I'm concerned that I may have accidentally reprogrammed Scott, but now he's 3 loss safe. So
Does that mean he can't kill our characters?
I can kill anybody.
All right, never mind. Back to the drawing board.
So how much damage did you do?
It was 19.
19 points of damage. All right. So it seems to you as though not all of that damage went through.
It does seem that way.
And now I need to. All right, who is next? Ooh, this is exciting because the shadows are
Is
next.
it? That's not the word I would choose.
For me, I'm a simple man with simple pleasures.
He is.
It's true. So the shadows. Who's close? Oh, Umlal, you are surrounded. by
Surrounded.
Awesome.
So the shadows are kind of, they fly around, they flit as shadows do, and they are going to basically reach out and touch you, Umlal. All three of them.
Suddenly a telephone commercial from the
Did
19.
not. Yeah.
They're going to attempt to touch you.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, that one's going to miss. I'm pretty sure that'll miss. 15.
Nope.
All right, so they all attempt to grab you with their shadowy limbs, but they miss.
Cool.
And now it's your turn, Umlal.
Yay! Did I notice from Char's attack that it seemed like the shadows did not? Did she give me? Did I get an indication that they didn't take full damage from that?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm great at perception. That's the thing I do. 23. I am great at perception.
Did notice that.
Cool. Amlal has a spark of thought that is very rare. Every once in a while it happens, and he decides that instead of unleashing his greatsword on his back there, he will draw a dagger +1 from his belt and like shiv one of the shadows that's right in front of him.
All right.
So here we
Shadow.
go. That is a 16.
Shiver me shadows.
That hits. Which
Great.
north,
sorry.
south, east, west.
And
It's only 3, but
I'm going to can I add that I raged right before that. I was angry. I was raging.
sure.
All right, so I raged right before that, so that will do 11 total damage. And I am
To
raging.
the one above
Shadow,
you, or to
yeah,
your-
let's say the one to the north.
one to the north. All right, the north remembers. That's a little Game of Thrones reference.
Is that
in
where
there.
Pepperidge Farms is?
I think people will have forgotten that by the time this
Yeah.
airs.
Yes.
I remember Game of Thrones. It's a classic TV show from the past.
Yeah.
So that was 9 points of damage, Dan.
Was 9 points of damage.
All right. So your dagger slides
Sorry,
into the
11 for the rage.
11. That's 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more than 9. That's right.
And the
Even
shadow
after.
kind of flinches backwards and does not like being hit with that dagger.
Oh, and because of course I am level 5, I can do a second attack. And because I saw he didn't like that, we'll do it again.
That's not very kind.
That's a 23.
23 will hit a
And
shadow.
I can, just for fun, roll. I did not do better on that. I can reroll my weapon die once per turn. It was not better, so I'll stick. It's another 11 damage for that shadow to the north.
All right, that shadow kind of disintegrates
Eat its shadow.
and disappears into wherever shadows go.
He turns to
Light?
Zatasha and says, "Was that me, shadow?"
I was gonna try to reference that Alec Baldwin
Yes.
movie, but I don't know any lines from it.
I killed my shadow.
Zatasha, Umlal has just killed his shadow.
Ever
Yes.
since he came back from the astral plane, Umlal hasn't had a shadow.
Oh,
Cannon.
that's fine if you don't want a shadow.
That's weird. I got damaged pretty bad by a couple of things before we even came in this room. So I think my first order of business right now is going to take care of myself. how I roll.
Taking care of business.
So I am going to mend wounds on myself and spend 2 psi points to do it, so I can get 2d8 hit points back.
If there's ever a message of total party kill, it is that self-care is important.
Self-care.
Yes, that's true. Listeners.
Also, don't go in freaking rooms.
And rooms are bad.
Rooms
So I
are
get
very bad.
5 hit points back, and I'm going to spend. I'm going to use my bonus action to regain more hit points equal to the number of psi points I spent. So that's 2 more. So I get 7 hit points back, and I can't move anywhere without taking an attack. So I'm just going to continue to stand where I am. Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Stand in the place where you live.
I do not want to live in this room.
Yeah, no joke.
I didn't say
Stand-
stand in the place where you want to live.
Yeah,
So
stand to
in the place
deliver.
where you do live.
And remember, everyone, that your
True.
movement is lessened by 1/3.
Oh yeah, because that room is full of
right.
sludge. In addition to horrible orbs and shadows, it's also dirty.
Whole place.
It is not cool. All right, so
It's mucky.
Kachka, you are in the hallway with an unconscious Regdar. You can
Yeah, wow.
the door and Carlos. The door is
Oh.
closed. You are not. You can't hear anything that's coming from the room. So what would you like to do?
I already wasted a knock spell trying to get that door open, so that
Yeah,
seems
you did.
somewhat pointless.
And you were angry when I
Um,
told you it didn't work.
Yeah, I'm still angry. It's only
Yeah,
been
because
a
that
week.
was only a week ago.
I'm
angry
still
lingers.
stewing. I guess I'll wake Regdar up. I don't know.
I don't know how much use I'll be able to do. So,
Well,
like, I don't know what the plan is here.
we got to get
'cause-
you up at some point.
Well, I guess we don't know this, but I think Regdar knows that in order to get out of the room, you got to get yourself out of the room, right? So, but I guess
Yeah.
I'm unconscious, so
But I think we've got no way to convey that to them anyway, because none
Yeah.
of our attempts to talk to
Well,
them on the other side of the
once-
room.
Once Regdar wakes up, if he tells Kachka, she can then telepathically tell Amlal or Shara
that you
because
had a
don't
good
need line
run.
of sight.
I think Scott put the kibosh on that last time, if I remember correctly. Although
I'm a
I do
kibosher.
not need line
Oh,
of
maybe
sight
not.
for telepathy, but I think I couldn't get through the door or something.
Maybe because I think maybe it's a magic. Maybe the door may not
Well,
actually.
the
be-
thing last time was that you tried to communicate telepathically and you could only send. So in
Mm.
this case, the
No, all right.
information is on the outside of the door as opposed to last time.
We don't know. That door could be like in another dimension, basically, or not the
All
door,
right.
but the.
Well, either way, I'm going to wake up Regdar because he's starting
Eh.
to make a mess of this hallway. And
Yeah, I am bleeding
Very unsightly.
everywhere.
Well,
So-
at least he's not. He's laying face up in the muck. So
Into the muck.
I shall cure wounds on my good friend here,
Acquaintance.
which is just a regular acquaintance. Some of my best
Coworker.
friends are Templars. So that is to the tune of 9 hit points.
That's pretty good. So I am at 9 hit points, and I don't have to do anything. I guess
Yes.
I don't have
To cure wounds.
any. I have no healing surges in this version of D&D. So let's just take it.
Just take it.
take what you could give.
Take it and like it.
All right.
All right, Regdar, it's your turn. You are conscious. Hit
Interesting.
points. You're on the floor
In the muck.
in the muck.
I tell Kachka. So yeah, that room's total garbage. We should leave before anyone else goes in.
That's no, I'll convey that to them on my next turn.
I mean, I had to find a magic key to get out, so I don't know what they're gonna do, assuming anyone was foolish enough to go in there.
Well, that could be useful information. I will convey that at a later date.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm here.
I'll just say you say there's a key in one of those orbs.
Yeah,
Do you
Do you
stand
remember
up?
which key it came from?
I
or
stand
where
up.
it came from?
I use half my movement to stand up.
All right.
There's a
I would like
key
to
in
do-
them there orbs.
The key disappeared after I used it. I assume, right?
The other
Yes, it
half
did.
of Regdar's movement is down in the sludge.
I would like to do a perception check and see if flesh golems are coming from the hallway. We were concerned
Still
about
wearing
that.
the ring that was
We were concerned about flesh golems last time.
You were, yes. Give me a perception check. You do
5.
notice, you are pretty sure there are no flesh golems approaching.
My ears may still be ringing with
Yes.
my ring.
You do have a ring. You're still wearing that ring.
How do I feel about that ring right now?
You do not like that ring. I would imagine.
Do
you
I have time to do an
not
Arcana
like it.
check on that ring?
Sure.
18.
You realize that it is
It
just
is a cursed ring.
a normal It's not even a magical ring.
I mean, is it made of a precious metal even, or is this? Did I accidentally buy like is this like a Cracker Jack ring?
It's
Can you
made
take it off now?
It's like made of lead.
Cardboard.
Can I take it off?
So you try to take it off, and it
It's
comes
a
off.
ring. Could you take a ring off?
I don't know. Regdar has never been proposed to.
Or
Canon.
unproposed.
Look, Rhaegar once had a hat, and he couldn't take that off.
You could take the hat off. That's true.
Now he's worried he can't take any of
All
his stuff.
clothing,
ever.
yeah.
As the
Guys,
ring
I have just so we're clear. Regdar has not changed his clothes in any of these adventures. I think things in Dark Sun just canonically
One
don't
could
smell.
say his clothes have changed him.
Oh,
Canonically, in Dark Sun, things don't smell great, so you just don't know. Could be Regdar, could be that Kank. You have no way of knowing. My turn is done.
Maybe he was
Shara,
born with it.
it's your turn. So you
Hallelujah.
one shadow has been dispatched.
One shadow. All right. Well, I'm gonna go for the next shadow. So
So the shadow that you have been hitting is still there.
it is still there. Okay.
That's the one that's right in front of you. Well, diagonally.
South of me or south of Amwal?
South of Zatasha.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. So that is 23.
Oh, 20.
Okay.
These shadows do not appear to be very difficult to hit.
Yeah. And so 46s is
46.
46.
46. That's 14.
Thank you, everybody.
And that shadow dissipates.
Nice. Okay.
Shadow's down. You also killed your shadow.
She also killed your shadow. All right, and now it's the remaining shadow's turn, and Umlal's right there, so it'll attempt to out and touch Umlal. Let's see. I hope it hits. Ooh, does a 20 hit Umlal?
Technically? Technically, yes.
The only kind I care about. All right, so Umlal, you take 13 points of necrotic damage.
How about instead of doing that, I take 1d12 plus something less.
That sounds good.
Stone's endurance. I will use that.
Okay, let's have an argument about whether that's better or not.
I will absorb 7 of that. And how much remaining?
So that was what? 11, 13. So what?
4.
There you go.
And I resist.
You're raging.
So I'll take 2.
All right. Also,
Eat it, Shadow.
your strength goes down by 4 points.
What?
As the shadow sucks and sups on your strength.
But not a soul.
Not a soul.
Well, that.
Well, I mean, it's clear which is a bigger meal with Olmo.
All right. So my strength went down by 4.
Yep, by 4 points.
If I was 2 levels higher, I could help with that, but I'm not. So there.
Nice chat.
You're on your
Awesome.
own, Umlal. And it's your turn, Umlal.
Well, I'm
feel weak.
tired.
And yes.
I guess I will attempt to stab that shadow
All
that
right.
just touched me unpleasantly. And so I guess if my strength is 4 less,
Mhm.
what is the mod on a 16?
16 is a plus 2, is it?
I think it's a plus 3.
I think it is
An
plus
18 is
3.
a plus 4 and a 14 is a plus 2.
Then plus
All
3
right.
it is.
Plus 3, so that is 2 less, so that is only a 17.
17 to hit will hit.
That will do 11 damage.
All right. The shadow is still shadowy.
That will still also hit, and I will do another 11 damage.
All right. The shadow dissipates.
Hooray.
Me need nap now. Feel weak. Also, anybody have cookies? This character is now canonically Cookie Monster.
I mean, I feel like you've been rocking the Muppet for weeks now.
It's true.
right.
So did a key fall out?
Yes. I forget what fell out of this other than shadows, but I will tell you 1 second.
I hate shadows.
300 coins fell out and a key.
I pick up the key
All right.
and
have a
try
key.
it in the door and tell Amlal, pick up your weapons that you came in here to get.
And get those coins while you're at it.
Yeah,
I believe he's
scoop
your
up all
hand
that stuff.
action. Yeah. So does
You,
this key fit in the door?
Key fits, but the door does not open. And is anyone picking up the coins?
That seems like a trick.
I got him.
Also, okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
let's
will you
go.
pick up one and you realize that they are lead?
Oh, that's right. It was 300
Oh,
lead.
right. Is that worth anything? Is that worth
It's Dark Sun. That's probably a fortune sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
We could
That's
maybe
true.
take one and chuck it across the room to break one of the
This
farther
mean,
spheres.
if
This
we-
feels like the Dark Sun equivalent of a claw machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What monsters are afraid of lead? Not werewolves, not vampires.
people.
Mummies? Are mummies afraid of lead?
People are
Toddlers.
afraid of lead.
Yeah, if we melt them down into bullets and fire them at someone, who will it kill? Just humans?
Okay.
Okay.
So there was a key in this orb. It didn't let us out. So I guess we need to break another one. And as far as I know, it's just going to make more shadows come out. So maybe we should break it from the opposite side of the room. Like
Throw something
Shara
at it.
could shoot it.
Across-
Shoot
Did
one of-
Kachka manage to communicate with us or no?
Not yet.
Well, I
Pandemic
haven't
turns.
turned to them yet. So what are you doing in the hallway as they try to decide what they're doing in the room?
I'm gonna. So Carlos is gonna move down the hallway a little bit.
Okay.
And he's going to listen to see again if there's anybody coming.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I get to roll something. It's a 4.
You don't hear anything.
All right, good. It's all good.
I'm in here wondering who's keeping an eye on Carlos.
Kachka
Oh yeah, we're both in here.
and Regdar, what would you like to do?
I keep an eye on Carlos. Do you need to give me a roll for that?
No, it's fine.
I mean, I guess
walk down the
I'm mainly worried that we're about to be like chased back into that horrible room by flesh golems, but maybe we're not.
Well, you
We
could
did not.
I mean, none of you are close to the corner there, so you could go and kind of peek around and keep watch there if you want. I mean,
Yeah, I suggested Kachka that would be a great thing to do.
Kachka, what would you like to do?
Yeah, well, I'd like to fire off a quick telepathic message to. Amlal doesn't seem like the best idea.
Sorry, Amlal not here right now. Please leave message.
I haven't been around long enough for it to work.
I was going to say Shara is probably my choice because I've known her a little bit longer. So I let
All right.
Shara know that Regdar says there was a key in one of the orbs. So start breaking them. Whatever that
I
means.
hear that.
You hear Kachka's voice sounding fairly distant, but you've heard her telepathic
Oh
communication.
no, you're gonna have to pay roaming fees, Kachka.
It says it's not difficult to make out, but it is much more faint than you have ever heard before. And you hear what she said. That
Okay.
Regdar said that there were keys in the spheres.
Yep.
And I pass on the message, the
All right.
confirmation to what we're discussing.
Okay. Well, we learned that.
That's right. So what would you
so-
like to do, people in the sphere room?
So
I'm
should I
not
fire
sure.
across the
Orb.
float?
I'm not quite done.
Man.
That was.
Oh no.
Nope. Ketchka's continuing to do more things. So think about what you're going to do at the sphere room as we find out what other delightful things Ketch is going to do.
Yeah, I mean, can we call it? Do we have bonus actions in this? I've forgotten 5e.
Well, we're not really in combat, so you can just do whatever you want.
Okay. So I send out that message, and then I'm going to come creep around the corner and look around to see if anybody's coming down the hallway towards us.
Okay. The hallway is empty. Other
Hey
than-
guys, the hallway's empty. No one's coming.
says Ketchka. I mean,
Is that
you
a
all
telepathic shout?
I hope there's nobody invisible here.
less than a minute ago, maybe 2 minutes ago, there was a giant knock that resounded throughout the dungeon. So you're not surprising anybody unless they're deaf. So in the sphere room, you've got a key piece of information that there are keys, or at least one
Right.
key in a sphere.
Before we break any other spheres, how is everybody doing for hit points? Because I am still down a little bit, and I would like to use an action to mend wounds
I'm fine.
on myself.
okay.
Okay, so mend wounds, and then we'll find out what you do after that. OMG.
All right. I suggest that we sort of group in one of the corners and shoot at, and have Shara shoot at one of the ones that's farther away from us.
Okay,
That's
that's fine.
hot.
Sure.
All right, what
move.
corner do you want to go into?
Could you even theoretically ready some actions to attack hostile things?
Which-
You
and
could.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to put up my psychic disruption.
And what is the trigger for your psychic disruption?
Whatchamacallit? Focus, psychic focus.
Oh, okay. So is this...
all I have to do is just a bonus action to switch from, because I did
okay.
have a different one up.
I thought you were readying something.
So yeah. So I'm not actually doing anything. I'm focusing on something. Now I'm focused on battle instead of on healing. That's the difference.
And is anybody else focusing on any? Do you want to ready any actions? I don't know why I'm trying.
Yeah, if more enemies appear, I will attack them.
Okay.
I that's what I do. That's all.
I'm ready to actually.
Easy there, Sun Tzu.
He's a simple man.
And Shara, you cannot ready an action because you're going to be shooting a sphere, I assume.
Right.
So that is your action. What sphere would you like to shoot?
I'm gonna go for the yellow one in the far
Furthest away.
Yeah.
Okay. That is I'm going to call that sphere number 9.
Okay.
Number 9. Give me
Throw me on, dead man.
a roll to hit.
11.
You miss the sphere.
Try again.
Sorry.
Talented archer of much repute.
Well, there's another sphere in the way. It's not an easy shot.
It's true.
That's true.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do it again. That was 17.
All right, 17 hits and the sphere shatters. And coming out of the sphere, you see a scroll case fall into the muck and another key.
All right.
I will go and pick it up.
All
What
right.
could go wrong?
You've got a
I
key
grabbed both.
and a scroll.
All right.
Scroll case.
I'm going to look at the scroll. And
open it.
I also grabbed the key right away.
It's an ad for some sandwich shop.
It's a coupon for
It has been expired for several centuries.
It is, I don't know if I think everyone can read what a scroll says. It is a scroll of fear. You may not be able to use it.
Yeah,
but
we don't need that.
It is.
This is like a prototype horror movie before we have movies. It's just a scroll.
Me already a little afraid.
Sorry. Gather around and let me.
The scroll is coming from inside the dungeon.
All right. I will try this key in the door.
It does not work.
Okay. Well,
should we
all right,
narrow down
guys,
which maybe we should just keep shooting the stuff that's like far away from us?
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go for the black one next.
Sure.
The
That
black one
works.
that is. So that's the one next
The-
to the one you just shot.
Number 8.
Yeah,
Number
number 8. I'm assuming.
Presumably.
Yes, that is number 8. All right. Roll to hit.
Huddle back in the corner.
14.
That sphere shatters and another scroll case falls out.
Me think me seeing pattern.
Okay. I will pick up that scroll case and the key.
All right, that is a scroll of hold person.
Then
Is there a key or no?
Yes, there's a key as well.
I will try that key in the door.
That key does not work.
I huddle back in the corner.
All right, shoot blue sphere bottom. If we get 3 skulls, we win jackpot.
Okay, so should I go for number 6 or number 7?
I think either go for 7 or 3.
I'm going to go for the block, Bob.
Oh, circle gets the square.
Yeah.
I use your discretion. I trust you.
Yeah, go for it, Shara.
Okay, let's do 6. And that's 19.
19 hits. That thing pops open, and out of it comes 6. Oh, here we are. A bunch of jewelry, a key,
Jewelry.
and most interesting is this tiny creature that appears to be like a little imp made of dust.
Ooh,
Do we recognize that as
If anyone wants to give me like an Arcana check or something like that.
3 to Arcana.
Well, you would get
I'll get a 19.
It's probably a mephit, maybe.
Advantage.
yes.
Oh, okay, 12.
I got 12?
I'm got a 19.
Oddly enough,
Amlal knows his dust.
knows what this
Mephit.
is. This is a dust mephit. A
Yeah.
mephit is like a tiny elemental creature that is in there and not friendly. So we should roll initiative.
Last we discover there is a method to his madness.
See,
Does it
I was
speak
going to say it's
primordial?
hard to find somebody to play them. You need a method actor.
Does it speak primordial? It does.
I'm not sure which was worse, but I'm going to give it
They're
to
both-
Dan because it's his
Yep.
birthday.
They're pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, gosh.
Happy birthday.
At least you guys didn't get into like a debate about methods versus functions. That would have been really unacceptable.
All right. So people put your initiative somewhere that I can find.
I
Do the people not in that room need to roll initiative?
Not particularly, unless you want to do things.
I want to do things.
Well, then roll
I
initiative.
like things.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, that's good. That's a 20.
You can do
Well,
lots of things too.
Good.
all the things.
Satoshi. And oops. Kachka get a 20. Jason, did you roll initiative?
I
Oh, you
don't
just-
see why I need to, but sure.
That's the spirit, Jason.
Carlos got a 19 initiative, so he'll wait in the hallway before other people do.
Yeah,
other things.
I got like a 17. We're really great at waiting.
It's true. So, Kachka, you go
Are
first.
there any magazines out here, like highlights for children?
Literacy is illegal on Athist.
They're all
All right.
several
I can't
years
read
old.
anyway. Are there any picture books out here?
Yeah,
We're not
they're-
on
Carlos-
that list.
Carlos
Yeah,
is drawing.
Literacy is illegal, but there is a highlights for kids.
Carlos
There's
is
an
drawing
Athens
pictures
quarter.
in the muck.
There's an Athens Quarterly, but it's like 2 years old.
Kachka, you are at the corner looking for stuff.
Yes. Kachka reaches down and picks up a pebble off the ground and casually examines it, leans against the wall, just kind of relaxes.
Carlos, is there anything you'd like to do?
Pass.
Zatasha, you are in the room. There's this little dust mite demon guy or gal. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to try to daze that thing. So it has to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right. It's not its strong suit.
I forget, were we able to hear them when we stuck our ears real close to the door previously?
I think you did hear the sound of like
Banging.
Regdar like getting slammed against the wall and his
Yeah, you heard.
blood sloshing about. Maybe it was
All right.
blood.
Maybe somebody should.
Loud blood.
13.
I should probably figure out.
Regdar comes from a long line of bleeders.
That does not make a 15, which is what it needed. So it is incapacitated until the end of my next turn or until it takes any damage. And I say to my friends, okay, somebody quickly grab the key, try the door. Maybe we can get out without even having to fight this thing.
Whoa, this is like strategy.
Yeah.
That is
can't
like
be right.
strategy.
Almost
She's
not going to
new
keep
here.
Regdar.
That Regdar passes.
All right, well, then I'm going to skip you guys. Umlal.
No, I demand a turn.
All right, you will get a turn.
But you tied with me, so I can go first. Umlal's seriously considering just charging that thing because he's
Please, pretty please, Amlal. You're so good at picking things up and putting them in locks.
It's a talent.
That story checks out.
And very charming.
Umlal will run over. He will
Okay.
grab the key,
Mhm.
and then he will hit it.
Well, all right, go ahead.
That was a useless turn on my part
19.
because it's no longer incapacitated as soon as it takes damage.
19 will hit.
All right, it's awake again.
Can I pause for a second here? I think Aline turned off her video. When you turn off your video, it completely destroys the live stream video alignment. I would rather you stick something over your camera than turn off your
Okay.
video because everything is broken on the live stream right now.
Oh, no.
Oh.
no live
Well,
stream.
Scott was like the bottom part of Scott's head, and it's not the best. Is all what
The
I'm.
bottom part of my head is
saying.
mine.
She
I
may
don't
be
know.
gone
Part.
now. I
As
just,
parts of
it's-
Scott's
I'm
heads
here.
go, I think the bottom is okay.
I just don't feel like people need to look at my torso when I stand up because I can't sit
that-
anymore.
that's fine. I'm just wondering if you could do like a piece of paper. Great, fantastic. Thank you.
Question.
Yes.
I'm looking at the I guess our turn ended, so I guess I ceased raging
But
because we left combat, right?
Correct.
All right. I am not going to enter another rage at the moment. But I will. Let's see. Do I guess I still get my extra attack because it's when I take the attack action. So
Yes.
I will make a second attack while I'm at it to do another 11 damage.
All right.
I rolled a lot of 3s on damages, like all of them. That's amazing.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, Umlal.
Constitution didn't go down, so that's great. 14.
All right. So your great sword, you have a great sword, right? Goes through the mephit and it explodes in a stinging cloud of dust. And Umlal, you're blinded.
Is the thing still there or is it dead?
It's dead.
Okay. So like Umlal, dust just falls, showers over Umlal, and he's like, me have key. He just holds up the key triumphantly.
Yes. And combat
But me can't see.
Okay, so we're out of combat then. I can
out of combat. The mephit exploded. Umlal is blind.
Okay, I'm grabbing the key and trying it in the door.
Are you grabbing it out of my hand?
Yes.
Oh, I was like holding it over my head, so you got to like jump up for a little bit.
Umlal, you feel something grabbing the key from your hand.
Oh.
I mean, Shara's like 6 feet tall. Not as tall as Almal, but, you know, also...
And there's also a bunch of jewelry
Stubborn.
in the muck.
Sure.
You pick up the key, you put it in the door. It does not open.
Okay.
All right. So important questions before we break any more orbs.
And
Yes.
before Amal can do anything else, I'm gonna run over
What's going to happen?
Oh no.
and restore health on Amlal so that he is no longer blinded.
All right. I got the important part there is Umlal
Yeah.
is no longer blinded.
Yay. Me see again. It miracle.
And I'm picking up the jewelry and jewels and
Welcome.
whatever that fell.
And you, as you're picking it up, you notice that it is costume jewelry. It's glass.
Oh,
This is literally the
costumes.
worst room ever.
That's what I said. It's garbage. Full
lead and costume jewelry.
This is, yeah, it is. I am giving this Escape the Room a 1-star rating. On
All right, let's try to hustle through some of these. Should we move up into the top right corner and maybe just take aim at the bottom left?
Yep.
That sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Actually,
Come on, Amlal.
I'm gonna stand here. and
While you
listen.
guys are doing that, I'm gonna come down and just start listening at the door.
Can we get rid of this mephit here?
It's just like a bunch of Shara yelling, "Oh my God, Amlal, what are you doing? Stop!"
Well, a quick question, Scott.
Yes.
Can auras travel through doors and walls?
Auras travel through doors and walls. That's an interesting question.
It's sort of philosophical there when you think
I would say no.
All right. Well, I'll listen anyway. The idea was I was going to listen until, like we're popping some corn in the microwave. And when the screams are like 2 to 3 seconds apart, that's when they're starting to die. So I could, kick on the aura and heal them up, but it doesn't sound like that's going to work.
I think you. It's better for everyone if that doesn't work.
So shooting at orb number 7, I got a 23.
All right. It shatters and out spill a bunch of gems and a key.
That's it.
That's it.
I
All
rush
right.
over and grab the key
All right.
and the
see.
gems.
the gems are all paste.
The gems are real. So you have 600 gold pieces worth of gems.
Nice.
Nice.
We ever get out of this room, those will be worth a pretty penny.
That's true.
I tried the key in the door.
It does not work.
Try the gems.
All right, so I'm gonna take aim at orb number 4, and that's a 16.
All right. So the orb shatters, a key falls out, and a silver ring falls out. And in your minds, you hear, "Stop! Before you put me on, I confer the following powers upon my wearer: invisibility, haste, immunity to charm, fly once per day, detect magic, and 1 wish. I will also provide the benefits of protection and spell turning. The only drawback is that once a year, I permanently eat a small part of your life. I must be warned before I can leave this room. Merely carrying me away is not possible. If I am ever removed from my wearer's finger, however, all my powers are lost. So you must decide right now who will wear me forever.
This
Would Regdar tell me about the ring at some point?
Forever.
Seems like the kind of thing I could have conveyed to the group.
No, he did not.
All right. Unless anybody stops me, I'm gonna just pick things up. I'm not putting this ring on.
Okay. I mean, you have no reason. You know nothing about this ring.
No.
Other than what
No,
it is.
but it says it's going to permanently eat part of my life. I really like my life. So
All of it though, like all.
If
What if
anybody
it
else-
takes one of the
if
bad
anybody else-
parts?
Amlal have no soul. Amlal care not.
I hand it to Amlal.
I mean, maybe it's just going to eat Mondays.
and that'd be nice.
Oh, I hate Mondays.
So I give.
and it's
I
going
give
to make you
Amlal-
lasagna at the end of the
What
day.
happens? What happens if I eat the ring?
Oh God.
Try the
find
key
out.
in the door. My back is turned. I don't care what Amlal's doing.
So is
Amal, what have we said
Bring
about
up.
consuming magical items?
I don't think we've said anything.
That seems like a failure on
Potions?
our
That's
part.
an
Is that a loophole?
Is
Is
good
anyone doing anything with this
idea.
ring?
Can I wait to see if the door opens before the ring?
I think you have to, Amal. I think if you chew the ring, you'll know a little bit of what this feeling, the magical power of.
That's like with potions, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's just
stick your
like
tongue
potions.
to it.
Yeah,
See if
just
there's
any
chew,
charge.
chew,
Natasha-
chew the ring lightly.
Walks up to the door, puts the key in, turns it, and the door opens.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
thank goodness.
Ragnar
almost
says
wanna
you should
hug
get out of here.
Kachka.
We're
out.
Are you
I make
leaving the
sure-
room?
Ragnar,
Kachka,
yeah.
that's Natasha on the back.
Sure.
They're
Katya's,
there.
Katya's
They're
great
there.
at hugs. So many arms.
They're there. They're there. One for each arm.
Thank
I'm
you.
leaving the room. Amwal can do what he wants. Like
Um,
I'm gonna pocket the ring, but I'm leaving.
Amlal, come out, Amlal.
All
Come
right.
on. Come on, Amlal. Who's a good Amlal? Come on.
does the door close as soon as they all leave? It just feels like a fire hazard to leave it open.
No, the door remains open.
Well,
Do I
someone
still
close
Kachka steps
have?
in. No, no.
Do I still have a scroll of fear and of hold person and 600 gold pieces worth of gems?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That's not so bad.
I mean, could have been worse.
Guys, how's
Was
the
not
health?
total- You guys, I don't know what happened to Regdar when he was in there, but that room was actually kind of cool. But still, I say
Shut
nobody
up.
should be in there.
Ragnar.
Carlos looks in the door. Hey, what's in there?
I grab Carlos by the collar and yank him back.
Carlos, you see
yeah.
some jewelry glinting in the corner
Yeah.
there.
I fixed the little mitten clips on Carlos's arms that have gotten all tangled and say, no, there, buddy. We're gonna go this way and lead him north.
This room
We're
reminds me
supposed
of
to be
fair.
holding his harness.
This room reminds me of fair I once went to as child.
Are you gonna close the door or leave it open?
I closed the door when
All right.
I saw Carlos looking into it. I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
No, Carlos.
Guys, should we put up a sign for future adventures? What's the etiquette here?
Can you write? Oh yeah, you can for sure.
Yeah, none of them can read it. Is the problem.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. What was just
No,
some
this is
crude?
a different plane. People here
Yep.
probably can read.
I could put up a crude pictogram that says, you know,
Eyeglass angels were here.
Yes, that's the part you need to impart to other people.
They may not understand our weird future language, though.
Oh, what makes you think you're in the
That's
future?
true. I'm switching my my psychic focus back to psychic disruption. Just in case.
All right, so you've left the sphere room. Where would you like to go?
How's everybody
Anywhere
doing
but
health
here.
wise?
Oh, I'm terribly down.
yeah, I'm in bad trouble.
I'm
still.
30 points down.
I'm okay.
I'm not that bad. That's real bad.
I can-
I think I'm at 49 out of 71, but I could spend a hit die and be good.
Could rest in the sphere room.
Oh, I'm 33 points down. How about that?
Yeah, it seems like short rest is probably in order.
Yeah.
Do I
People want to
even-
spend some hit
Just in
dice.
this mucky hallway.
I don't know
I'm
if I
fine
have
with
any hit
that.
die left. Where did they put hit die on the new character sheet that changed since last week?
It's right below your hit points usually, next to your death saves.
Oh, it looks like I have 2 hit die left, so I could spend a hit die.
I mean, if people
Yeah,
are
take
really
one.
bad off, I can do some healing, but I'd like to save it
can
if possible.
I'm
But
happy to rest if people we think we have some time. This seems like like nothing's coming out of that sphere room.
We are in a dead end.
I feel like, yeah, I'm totally fine with resting.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that you can rest for an hour uneventfully.
Okay.
All right.
I'll spend a hit die.
And a hit die. Do we get a benefit for that, Steve? Do you play a little music? Is that what happens?
Yeah, you guys, since I'm playing the Song of Rest, you get anybody who heals gets an extra 1d6.
Sweet. All right.
Do I roll that or do you roll that?
I would say you roll that because you're going to interpret that music differently based on where you're at.
Thank you. I rolled a 1.
I mean, I roll that because you're terrible.
No, I'm taking my 1 and I'm just sad about
Alright.
it.
I'm gonna stay.
Oh.
I spent 1 and
Uh-oh.
I'm back up to 65.
Where'd my map go?
What happened to
Where
your
did
map?
your map
I
go?
just got kicked out of roll 20 for some reason.
Oh,
You know what you did.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
Steve, if I spend 2 hit die, do I get a bonus per hit die?
No, it's just
per rest.
Yeah, anybody who heals gets 1d6.
All right, I am still at half health, and I have 0 hit dice remaining. So,
Wow.
yeah, Regdar has had a day.
How healthy is half health, and is anybody else in bad shape?
I have 20 out of 44 hit points.
Okay.
Well, I will tell you.
I'm fine.
I always wanted to die on another plane.
You most likely don't want to take a long rest in this dungeon, but you do know how to get out.
All right. How many down are you, Regdar?
I am 24 down after spending 2 hit die.
Okay. I'm going to switch over to my psionic restoration discipline and use 4 psi points to mend wounds on Regdar.
Wow.
So
You're my new
something that
favorite.
requires
What's your
a
name
check?
again? Zip Zops or something?
Is that something that requires an ability check or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because I can help with that.
You get 26 hit points back.
That's basically you
Yikes.
finessed it to just over full health. Carlos, are you in bad trouble, or your hit die are better than mine?
I am trying to figure it out. I think I'm still down like 10, but it's better than it
you're
was.
Does anyone remember if we have any awesome equipments that we should be using?
I've got 600 feet of
some
rope.
balloon packs.
You and your freaking rope.
Got some
Uh-huh.
scrolls here if you want to be scared.
I believe we had a bunch of beads also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
the,
wearing that necklace?
Oh,
I believe
remember.
Regdar is. I was trying to
think so.
remember if I had, it's been so long since last week. I was
Plus, I
trying
think
to
we can all
remember
breathe
if I had-
underwater. We have something.
I have
5
a
of us.
bottled breath that let's
Yeah,
that's
I have
5
notes
of
here
us.
that the we got from the genie 5 potions of bottle breath, 23 platinum pieces. I assume that was just what the genie had in his pockets. A bead of blessing, a bead of cure wounds, a bead of summons, which is a planar ally, a bead of wind walking, and that Omlal and Carlos have potions of heroism, and Kachka has a potion of longevity.
And a bead of Benoit.
I'm gonna put a potion.
Ooh.
What did you say? Potion of heroism.
Yeah,
I think some of those got used in the
I mean,
final battle. But I
I
remember
think
the heroism.
it's been a week or two. My notes may be out of date.
I could
Yeah,
still
I
do a little more healing if we need it, but that would
I
use up
think
a
I
lot of
may
my.
have used that potion.
We also have all the stuff that that our beloved friend Presto was carrying. So
That's true.
That should have all been transferred to other people,
Yeah.
so I don't have that
All right.
anymore.
R.I.P. Presto.
Should we
So what would you like to do? You've got
I-
a sphere room below you, and adventure awaits above you.
do we have Scott? Can you remind us, since it's been a week,
Mhm.
which way our players remember in terms of unmapped corners of this dungeon?
Well, we didn't go in that first path, and then we didn't go past. We didn't in the second path up the middle. We were concerned that was a murder room, and then on the
Joke's on
third
us.
side
I
we
see that there
found
are 3 places we didn't go. I forget our rationales for not going.
we
them.
found down the third path. We found the maybe sleeping flesh golems in the corner of that
Yeah.
room.
and yet we chose to go to this horrible room.
And
Yeah.
what was in the
It
room with the
looked
pool?
better.
Did we go through there at all, or did
we
we
were just
back out?
concerned
Cool.
that there was nothing there, and therefore it was going to
Okay.
kill us.
And on the left, there was like copper-lined halls that we assumed were going to kill us.
Yeah.
You assume pretty much everything's gonna kill
I mean,
us. To be fair,
that's all we got as far as options. So
There's
we're going
also
to have
a
to die
pit
somewhere.
There's also a pit in the floor on the left.
Yes, which we had to climb
so-
down into and climb back out of to
Yeah.
get past.
So do we
There's
want to
green
go
slime in the
Did
hallway?
that door in the middle? Did that room in the middle have a door up there in
the
the north?
staircase?
It's a staircase, yes, leading.
Yeah.
No, up to the north.
You didn't see it. You saw a staircase.
Okay, I see. That's the bottom stair. It looks like.
And there's a door behind the flesh golems up there.
There was a door behind the flesh golems.
Yep.
Flesh golems are the closest, and then there is the room with the pool of water in it, and then there's the hallway that is lined with copper.
This is the worst Monty Hall game ever.
Yeah, I don't want to climb down that
in
pit.
here, Dan.
And there's green slime between
And
us.
I don't really
and
want to
those
deal
other
with the
places.
green slime either. So maybe we just
Flesh golems. It is.
take
Golems,
flesh golems
yeah.
out.
Yep.
Flesh golems at
All
dawn.
right. I used my arcane recovery to recover some spell slots.
Okay.
Do you want me to just open that door? And I mean, not that Regdar would cast this, but Regdar might notice like a fireball hitting them.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that sounds good. I will back up our ordinary friend.
Yes,
Jason
I would like to stand right behind
They're
him. and
amenable to parlay.
if that doesn't take them all out, I can also do an area of.
I don't know about. I think golems are usually not like they're usually pretty locked into a certain way of life.
We could just sneak past them, right there. I mean, I'm sure this is just the golem storage area
Mhm.
where the
So you got-
non-operative golems hang out.
Just remember, Carlos. We're committing when we sneak past people. We're committing to sneaking past them twice. Once going in and once going out. So that's double sneakage.
Okay.
Twice the sneakage. So who is going to open the door? There is a door. It is closed. It is a little. Everything here is moist. So the door has expanded a bit, but it's not.
Could I pull the door open and then have Regdar throw a fireball in, like pull it open and he throws a fireball past me?
Are you going to open the door on 3 or 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, don't fire a fireball into the back of the closed door.
Yeah,
One,
you can coordinate it. Open the door and then
Can
Regdar.
we? Do we have to roll something?
go.
Well,
I mean,
have
should
to
we
roll
see
a
if they're
strength
even
check to
alive?
Open the door.
Me say go before 3, then 3, then you go.
Did we detect whether they were even alive or moving? Might be wasting this
no,
Well, they're not
fireball
alive.
on.
Open the door and then you close the door immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we open the door and have somebody like throw a dagger at one of them before I waste
Hello,
a power?
golem.
All
Come
right.
out
Can I
to
open the door and peek in?
Yes.
All
Well,
right.
you have to try to open the door with the strength.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, does my strength come back after a short rest, or is it still
Oh, that's right. You took a short rest. Yes, actually, it does.
sweet? All right. So I can just make a normal.
That's a lot less math.
Which is way easier. All right, and because I am a barbarian, or I am a half giant, my
Yeah,
strength.
you are.
I count as one size larger. That's for weight. I thought I had advantage on strength checks. Oh well. I hit the door. 19.
It opens.
Sweet.
It may not be easily closable though. Now that it's
You peek in and you see 5 flesh golems clustered against the northern wall. Each has a number on its chest: 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13.
all right. I've got an idea. We paint a 12 on Law's chest.
And,
And then he does the
Those
dance
are
the
prime
robot as he
Yeah, we
walks
send
past
it in
them.
to make small talk with the.
No, no.
With the
Is this a math problem with flesh golems? Because that
number 5, as their eyes swivel towards you, and the one that has number 5 on it speaks and says, "One of us does not belong with the others. If you can pick it out, it will serve you, and the others will allow you passage. If you pick the wrong one, we will kill you. You have 60 seconds."
Oh,
Oh,
what were
well,
the
looks
numbers?
back and whispers.
Nine-
Number
nine-
5 is alive.
Shh, we got 60 seconds. Shut it.
5
Nine
are
is
the
the only
numbers?
one that's not prime.
The numbers are 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13.
Several of them are prime.
Yeah, only 9 is not prime.
Okay, so what do we?
Somebody
do? We have
else,
to pick
9.
one?
Number 9 isn't prime.
Ooh.
They say that is correct. Number 9 walks towards you and joins your party.
So
What?
just
That wasn't
have
the
a
answer.
lot
I
of-
was just
have a lot
making a
of-
short
I have
circuit
a lot of questions about this plane. So they've invented prime numbers on this plane.
Well, they haven't invented them; they just discovered them.
Well, okay.
No, Tony, we just invented prime numbers.
Oh,
As I explained last week when Steve said, "But the moon is different here. All the riddles are made so that you can answer them. Your characters actually hear different riddles that would
Oh, it's magic.
appropriate to them."
Magic.
okay.
So we get a fresh flesh golem.
Yes,
golem.
my favorite.
Flesh maker.
Yeah, the fresh golem is my favorite meal delivery service.
I'm going to call
Why
him
don't we-
Mentos.
Why don't we take a break there?
Yes.
Ooh.
There, that's an awful place.
I think we should name him for
All right,
or
let's,
it
Let's
or
name
them.
this person.
Yes,
It's-
he's Mentos, the flesh maker.
Clearly, Johnny 9.
Johnny Mento.
Who's Johnny?
There we go.
And then I
Here-
smiled in that special way.
Here's Johnny.
El DeBarge is now the name of our flesh.
Mentos is our flesh maker golem.
Either that or El DeBarge.
Mentos is the person who made the flesh golem.
Oh, you're
Subway-
right.
Subway, eat flesh.
So Mentos is monster then.
That's right. Well, we don't have to take a break. We could continue. What would you like to
Are we taking a break and then naming a golem? What's
we should
happening?
take a break.
Let's take a break.
Numbers were first created in 1550 BC by Egyptian fraction.
So-
What, Mentos?
So Scott, is this going to be like the Vulcan hello, where you don't really say goodbye, we just end it?
We just end it.
Okay, good. Then it's over.
End it. End it all.
Okay, that's one way to do a podcast.
That's the way I do it.
That's right. It's the
All right.
McDulty way.
I'm going to get some water. This is a
Okay.
pause.
Do you have a tagline for Random Trek yet, by the way? I haven't listened
Nope.
in a while. Still
I
working it
refuse.
out?
Still,
Yeah, still workshopping.
All right.
workshopping implies work.
Still shopping.
Okay, fair enough.
So, it's just you and me live stream. How you doing? Yeah. It's been that kind of Sunday, huh? I hear you. I hear you. Hey, it can only get better, right? Hey, at least it's not Monday, right? I hate Mondays. Boy, do I hate Mondays. Like lasagna, though. That is a good pasta dish. Mm-mm-mm. Hairballs I'm not so fond of. Know who my favorite president is? Warren G. Harding. Just like his name. Yeah, so that's how we do breaks around here. Hope you're enjoying this live stream. I sure am. Uh-oh. Cheese it. Tony's coming. Don't tell anybody what we did here today. Oh, it's all right. Oh, here comes Aline. Oh, I should take a break.
I'm back, and everyone else.
Mm,
Oh,
made
Elite.
Steve leave.
Hi, Elaine.
Hey, Tony. Oh, I should have grabbed some fizzy water.
Scott, do we have an end time for this session planned?
We do not. I meant to ask what time people wanted to end, and I didn't.
I am planning to eat dinner at 7:00. So,
Well, then why don't we end at 7:00?
or a little before 7 would be great.
Why don't we end a little before 7?
But not a lot before.
Like,
Let's go till 9.
okay. We'll end at like 6:50.
That sounds fine.
People can get their stands. How's everybody doing?
So far, so good. Didn't die, which I figured we would.
Well,
So we opened the door and looked at flesh golems before, but did not look closely enough to they activated.
right. You basically opened the door, said "flash golems," and closed the door.
Whereas
I
this
couldn't.
time it's like, what's going on with flesh
It
golems?
spoke. Yeah.
I was just
So
like,
we
did you
didn't
hear that riddle
have-
before?
We didn't have enough going on with Princess of the Apocalypse. You felt like you had to throw an old first edition module at us
I thought it'd be fun.
just for fun. It is fun. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
I thought
Oh, is
people
that what this is?
This is
were getting a little tired of
White
the
Plume
time.
Mountain
so-
S2.
Yep.
Although I think it's been adapted for what is it? Tales of the from the Yawning Portal.
Yep. This is.
Oh, okay.
Tales
I
from
didn't
the
recognize the
Portal.
name. I'm glad I didn't read that one. I am running the first Yawning Portal adventure for another group. So
Which one is that? Sunless Citadel?
yeah, they're playing Sunless Citadel, which is pretty fun.
Those
So
are all old ones, right?
that
They
one's
are.
from third edition, but oldish.
And
Yeah,
that's TPK UK, right?
Yep.
And I was
So
saying-
it's a 20-year-old adventure, not a 35-year-old adventure.
Exactly. Tales from the Yawning Portal is a fantastic book. It is full of all of these classic dungeons. So
I
Is
have
there a
thought about
fourth
picking it
edition
up,
one
but
in
I'm
there?
afraid to read it to ruin moments like this.
don't. Yes, this was first published. The adventure we're playing now, which was called The Module then, was published in 1979.
Wow.
Yeah. S2.
Yeah, I the one that
It
I
followed
had,
up Tomb of Horrors, if that tells you anything about the
module
positive difficulty level.
that I had, the whole one was the slave lords, right?
The area, the assault on the area of the slave lords.
Well, and there was that whole series, right, where there were
Yeah.
there was the last one. You end up in the dungeon without any of your stuff, and
Does
you just
Vault
have,
of the Drow end that one?
I don't know.
This book contains the Sunless Citadel, the Forge of Fury, which I believe some people have read, the Hidden Shrine of Tamachin. I don't know how to say that. White Moon Mountain.
Amoakan.
Tamokan, there you go. Dead in Thay, which is gigantic. Against the Giants, which is
Oh no, Against the Giants is the 4th edition one, which I've never actually run because it's kind of high level. I think it's like a level 12 adventure.
Against the Giants was a first edition one. For,
Oh, okay.
Tony, have you seen the one that they just put out that has like pirates in it?
I saw that there was one with pirates in it. So
Erica, do you know why your Zoom says that you're like slide 1 of 2?
What?
I don't see that.
No.
How's the slideshow going?
I have a little like arrows on the left and right side of your window that like let me advance you to the next slide.
What?
is Erica an AI? Is this how we're learning?
Wait, hold on. What's on the next Erica slide?
I clicked it and it just is still Erica. So
all
right,
here we go, Jason.
Erica is going to start a timeshare presentation.
weird.
shortly.
It's weird. All right, I think we're ready.
A1 through A4
Now that I've
was
got you
Slave Pits of the Undercity, Secrets of the Slavers' Stockade, Assault on the Area of the Slave Lords, and A4 was in the Dungeons of
In
the
the
Slave
dungeons
Lords.
of the slave lords. Yeah, I love those.
I think Still Erica is the name of a town up on the North Shore. So
This book, The Tales of Yachting Portal, does end with Tomb of Horrors. So
Yes.
play that at some point.
All right, Scott, say hello, and we will begin.
Hello!
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Scott McNulty, your Dungeon Master. That's right. We're back in Dark Sun. What are these knuckleheads going to do now? I don't know. Let's find out.
New tagline right there. That's going to be every episode from now on. I'm going to say, welcome to Total Party Kill. What are these knuckleheads going to do now?
I'm surprised you didn't change it already. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Your normal cast of characters is here. But
And a
we're just-
golem!
And there's a golem named Johnny Nine.
Mentos' monster. Johnny Nine. Okay. Johnny Nine is fine. Great.
I still say Elder
I
Barge.
mean, you can have a nickname for it.
All right, I will.
Mentos'
that's-
monster, Johnny
that
Nine
way.
Elderbarge.
So the other golems are not doing anything. There's nothing else in this room of note except to the north there is a door.
So does this flesh golem look like he's going to be useful? Is he a tough-looking dude?
Do we order him around, or does he talk and like is like a friend?
He can still be a friend if he can't talk. Don't be so reductive.
And is a friend.
Why are they a he?
Oh, I don't know.
Good point.
What
we're very
is
gender
this? Is this golem? Are these golems gendered?
These golems are made up of parts of various gendered beings.
Which
So-
parts?
All right, so they perhaps
Okay.
they are fine.
They
I like
cannot speak, but they understand commands.
All right. Hey, Johnny Nine, open that door.
Elder Barge.
Yeah.
Johnny Nine / Elderbarge plods his way to the muck, takes hold of the doorknob, and opens the door very easily.
Ooh,
And
what's behind-
reveals
what is behind that door?
The rhythm of the night.
A new car!
hooray! Can I?
hey, guys, we're gonna get sued. Stop it.
A staircase going up.
Oh,
All right, are we
Oh.
sending Johnny ahead of us constantly, or should some of us sort of take up the lead?
Let's protect this dude for a bit.
Johnny,
Dudette.
how much do
No,
you
I
know
think, I
about
think
this?
Johnny looks like a leader.
Johnny cannot talk.
Oh, the other guy talked.
What about sign? Can they sign?
He knows American Sign Language.
Which we don't. We
There we
only
go.
guys. We only
We
know
only know
Athasian
Athasian sign language. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, Amlal is fluent in Athasian sign language. So one class.
There's
is
only
good.
one sign in Athasian sign language. It's sand.
Sand. Oh, yeah.
What more do you need?
So there's a staircase going up.
Amlaw will trek upwards.
Carlos will follow Amlal, and then
Following those two.
I'll motion for Johnny Nine to come with us too.
The staircase goes upwards out of the muck, and it leads to a dry corridor.
I like it already.
So nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
really sell us on this staircase.
Amlaw will peek around this corner.
And just around that corner is a turnstile.
Oh, we found subway entrance.
I don't know. We don't have public transportation in Athens. This seems like a dark. This seems like literacy, something that should be forbidden.
Send Eldebarge in first.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's probably the good idea.
All right, what are you doing?
Johnny Nine is plowing the way ahead.
All right, let's select Johnny Nine. I should just let somebody else control this.
Yeah.
Who would like to control the flesh column?
If I had a nickel for every time I heard
God,
that,
if it only were that
I think
easy.
all of us really, but I will take it if
Carlos used this power with great flesh golem power.
Carlos
comes
does
with
not
great
control
flesh
Johnny
golem
Nine. I
responsibility.
control Johnny Nine.
One does not simply control the flesh golem.
One does not simply walk through a turnstile.
What if it is? What if it's that easy?
That is exactly what you do.
Is
with
there a
turnstile.
baseball park on the other side? That would be fun. Let's go play some dice baseball.
Well, I don't. I made promises that I do not know how to do in the roll.
All right. Well, then I guess the golem will just.
Jason, if the entire Total Party Kill podcast was a long con to get somebody to play Stratomatic baseball with you, I am out.
So,
Scott,
well,
you should
give
just
it
be able to
a
double
chance.
click on the token and give power to everybody. You can there's an all players.
Power to the
There should be a
people.
drop down for controlled by.
I just see represents character.
Oh, there's not.
Oh, controlled by, determined
Yeah.
by character settings.
You can just say all players. Oh, you might need to do it in the character sheet instead. Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
but you could also just say that instead of controlled by character by sheet settings, you can just say all players if there's a way to override it.
There is not a way.
All right, then it's doable, but it would take more steps, and maybe right now is not the time for that.
Now's not the time, Dad.
I'm just trying to help.
All right, so Johnny Nine C was perplexed by how to use this turnstile and is kind of walking into it.
Oh, it's like a sheep gate, except for flesh golems. Like in the UK, when you get to a thing and there's like a little
Maybe
gate,
it doesn't turn if it's locked.
sheep can't get through, but you know.
Yeah, Amlo reaches out and tries to just push it and see if it moves.
It moves counterclockwise.
Okay, can he demonstrate that to Johnny Nine?
Johnny Nine is not very bright. But if you kind of
put him in the corner and then just rotate it till he moves through.
he will do that, and then you get him through to the other side.
And then he
Can we
explodes.
see what's down that hall?
Well, Johnny can.
You can see that it ends and turns to the south.
Once you go through that turnstile, can you come back? I say after Carlos runs through.
Carlos is through.
Is Carlos going to test that? I don't know.
Carlos,
Yes, Carlos pushes. Carlos comes back and is like, sure, I can just go through again.
You
Push on the
can.
other side.
So the turnstile is made of wood and it turns counterclockwise.
Oh, it's made of wood.
This is really weird. All right, sure.
Let's just burn it.
It's your answer to everything.
Pretty much.
All right, I'm gonna peek around the corner.
All right, there is a corridor that ends with a door.
Oh, if this room has a bunch of spheres in it, I'm out.
I think technically you call that a door then.
I don't agree.
Come on, Johnny.
Nope. Johnny is
Where's Johnny?
I overrode his special name. Now he's just Flesh Golem again.
Oh,
Where would you like Johnny to go?
I would like Johnny to open the door.
Johnny,
Yeah.
open the door. Yeah.
Johnny, open door. He can't speak.
Johnny,
Johnny,
get
door
your,
opener.
Johnny, get your gun.
Johnny. All right, so he opens the door. They open the door, I
explodes.
should say.
Yeah.
And I will say the door opens onto a stone platform in a large natural cave. Opposite the entrance in the distance is another stone platform. Between them, a series of wooden discs is suspended from the ceiling by massive steel chains.
Oh.
Cave floor seems to be covered by a pool of boiling mud.
I think we found the.
Why would you boil mud?
I think we found the Dark Sun
Bad idea.
version of Disneyland or something.
Oh,
I don't like
boiling
this.
mud. Ugh. Oh, it's like how do we find something more unpleasant than cold mud?
Oh man, those Ritz crackers look delicious.
That's a lot of platforms.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
guessing.
cheese wheels.
Who wants to make my
possibly.
pie?
All right, there you
I
go.
wonder if the
a lot of
Hold on, I just gotta just unrelated to anything. Just gonna remind myself what Regdar's acrobatics is like.
Kachka would like
Okay.
to examine these platforms to see if they look like they're going to collapse if people stand on them, or
I
if
hate
they're
jumping
gonna
puzzles in video
swing
games.
crazily.
Sure, I will tell you. So these platforms, think they are discs. Obviously, they're wooden discs. In the center is a chain
Oh, they're wooden discs. Let's burn them.
that is attached
Only when we're halfway across.
attached to the ceiling. The ceiling is 50 feet above the level of the platforms, and below is a 50-foot drop to the boiling mud.
How far apart are the platforms?
The discs are each 4 feet in diameter and 3 feet apart.
So
We're all-
you could step to them, but they're gonna move as soon as you step on one.
Yeah, Ketchka, as you're looking at one, you see that it just swings freely.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So-
pretty convinced
They
I
look like they're
cannot
pretty stable,
make it
though?
across this room.
I mean,
I can look.
they swing freely, but I mean, they don't look like they're going to come collapsing down like the
Right,
cables.
as
all over
you
the
so
place, right?
you're kind of testing it. It looks like it's solidly built. You do notice that the discs and the chains and the walls of the cavern, once you notice the discs and the chains have this, are all covered with this wet, slippery algal scum.
Oh, great.
Wait, how do you get algae in the boiling mud room?
It's you're fine with a pet
Magic.
flesh golem, but algae.
I draw
is
the
really-
line.
Dan. Here, let me help Scott out as a fellow dungeon master. The algae is magic, jerk.
That's right, it is faintly glowing as well.
I don't know.
Oh,
Between
see.
the algae and the boiling mud, it seems like this might be like a spa. I don't know.
Dan, you're never allowed to go to a spa.
And so, is everybody on the platform? Where is everybody?
I'm still in the hallway.
Johnny 9 is
Hearing-
propping the door open.
So I'm pretty sure Johnny is not going to be able to make it through this room.
I'm kind of with you on that.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to move.
You think that
through this
turnstile
room.
was basically for his safety?
Yes, yeah. The golem safety measure.
So across the room, you see towards this other stone platform, suddenly a geyser of boiling mud erupts
Jeez.
and hits the ceiling
So
of
back to
the
bed.
room and falls back down.
At least you showed us that before we got on to like a third of
Yeah.
the way out
I
there.
thought
This is fine.
Yeah, we're taking time to assess, and it's worked out.
I'm just impressed that we managed to find a plane that was worse than Athos.
Me not getting on no plane.
It's too late. You already drank the kank milk.
Not everyone's going to be able to make it through. So I think this is a non-starter, at least for now.
You don't
Is
think
it
there's something-
possible
you
that
don't
once
think there's
getting
something important
across,
on the other side?
once we get across,
Well,
though,
maybe-
do we think it's possible that maybe we can find some way to bring the other
600 feet of rope.
I've got 600 feet of
on the
rope.
bridge. I mean, I have +6 stack.
Oh, let's make a zip line.
Across.
Yeah,
Are you trying to
Scott, can you give us an idea of what it would take us to move from platform to platform?
I just like Carlos's idea that a zip line would be a way to introduce safety into this.
So you know that you would need to do a bunch of dexterity checks to make sure that you can get onto the discs. So that would be acrobatics or
Nope.
Would athletics be an option?
Sure. So acrobatics, you would kind of jump and try and grab hold of the other disc, like jump from disc to disc. With athletics, you would more try to like swing and manhandle it together so that you could grab onto them.
I mean, they're only if they're only 3 feet apart. Like Amlal could easily just sort of like step from one, grab the chain, and then try to.
What
like,
could go wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking I could like tie a rope to me, and we could all tie ropes to ourselves, and that way, if one of us dies, we all die. Is that?
Yeah.
about that?
Be building effort for sure.
Well, we got 600 feet. We could each individually tie a rope to ourselves. And
a
I'm
rope.
not sure what to do there. Question mark, question mark, question
Tie
mark.
them all
Number
together
4
in
is
a knot.
profit.
Tie that knot to the ceiling. Oh, okay. Here's how we do it. We tie all of ourselves together. Then Shara shoots an arrow with the rope attached to the ceiling. Then we all swing across together.
I'd like to just write an
Alright.
apology letter
Gotta
to
show
all
you
dungeon
the
masters.
picture. It's awful.
That is
Are they really at different heights?
discs. No, but it
That's
looks
sort of
better in the picture.
perspective thing. I see. Okay.
Scott, I noticed there's like 9 discs. So there's basically 10 jumps that are required. Are you going to make us roll 10 dexterity checks?
No.
Okay.
That sounds like a trick answer.
It will be 12.
Tony, 10 dexterity checks would assume that you got all the way through before the mud golem eats you.
I can long jump
All
up
right.
to 30 feet, so I should only be able to hit 3 of them and get
What?
across.
Yes, that is. Yeah, just jump over the swinging discs.
Amal is willing to give this a try, but it's a question of whether or not we think, we actually want to do this.
I'm willing to go check it out, but I think that we're just going to end up coming back unless there's something. No. Wait. I can give. We have the balloon thingies.
You have balloon packs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're for descending.
I forgot how they work.
We also have
They're parachutes.
Float down into the mud.
we also
So
have potions
slowly
of wind
immerse
walking,
ourselves
which I
into the
don't know what
wind.
that does.
Can I
could-
look that up?
Yep, go ahead.
While you're wearing the backpack, you can deploy the balloon as an action and gain the effect of the levitate spell for 10 minutes, targeting
Oh.
yourself and
Oh.
requiring no concentration. Furthermore, I can levitate.
Nice.
You can
So-
levitate. You are all set.
'Cause we've got-
Yes,
I think we have 5 balloon packs.
I think so. Yeah, so I
We've
can
only got
give
10 minutes,
my-
though, so we got to get in and out quick.
Scott, I can't find any trace of potion. It's potion of wind walking. Is something else? Tony?
the balloon packs that we got.
We also got bottled breath. I think
Didn't
it is.
somebody
No.
use-
I have a bead of wind walking, which I think allows me to. I think it just like casts the wind walk potion or a spell.
Did that come? That came off like
Yes. You have
Yeah.
a bead of wind walking that lets you cast wind walk.
Okay, wind walk. Got it.
And I can tell you what wind walk does.
Oh, you and up to 10 willing creatures.
Some
Can assume a
gaseous form.
Yes, we're doing this.
That lasts for 8 hours.
8 hours. There's plenty of
Oh
time.
yeah. Okay.
Guys, we are never. Let's just.
We
Let's
live.
just
We are
like-
gaseous
But
creatures.
what are we going to do when we get across when we're just a bunch of, we're like a cloud trying to open the door on the other side?
You go through the door.
Yeah, your gas.
That's not how gas
Steve,
works.
this is your dream come true.
Yeah, Steve. Kashka has been a gaseous creature for years.
Truly, this is the
only
greatest,
actions a creature
the
can take in the
ultimate
form of
fart
dash.
joke is about to happen.
Or revert to its normal form. Reverting takes 1 minute, during which time a creature is incapacitated and can't move. Until the spell ends, a creature can revert to cloud form, which also requires the 1 minute transformation.
So we can easily get across. If we need to revert back, we can do that. And then how many balloon packs do we have?
5, I
Five.
think.
We got 8 hours of windwalk.
One
That's a lot.
got used.
I don't think
Right,
we're going
the problem is if we decide we need to revert on the other side for some reason, we
I
will.
don't-
But you can
Why would-
switch back and forth for 24
can-
hours,
yeah.
right?
Oh, you
can
can switch
revert.
back and forth.
Or
Yes.
was-
Yeah, 1 minute of
It just
incapacitation.
takes 1 minute each time we switch back and forth, but we can go back and forth as many times as we
Oh
want.
wow.
8 hours.
Okay, that seems like a real winner here.
It is a 6th level spell. That's probably why it's so generous.
Well, is there another? I mean,
Wow.
we could save it, but I always feel like we save these things and never use it. So
Yeah.
Agreed.
it seems like a good place to
Yeah,
use it.
if we can
Yeah.
use it on all
Great
of us
place to
and the
use it.
golem, we should do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yep.
I think Regdar's got this thing.
And just we got to time it so we don't walk into a geyser, a cloud into a geyser, because I have a feeling gas won't do well with.
So we should tell Johnny 9 to stay here, I guess.
I
Why
think we
can't-
can turn him in too, can't we? It's 10 willing creatures. That's a
Can
lot.
he be convinced once he's a gas to turn back into flesh? I mean,
He follows our
Well,
orders, right?
statistically difficult.
Follow.
Yeah.
Once you've lived as a gas golem, why would you ever go back to it?
Well, then we have a gas column following orders. That's cool.
All right.
for at least 8 hours.
All right, so you're going to Regdar
Yeah.
takes out this prayer bead and cracks it open, and arcane energy crackles, and you all feel as though you have now gained the ability to turn into a gaseous form.
Yeah.
Woo!
So I think we
All right.
start in gas.
I spend a minute.
I don't think we even need to do that. When we start in
Oh, that's
gaseous
true.
form.
You all are now appearing as wisps of clouds.
This Omlaw dream
I
come
like this.
true.
And I guess your flying speed is your
I think it's
regular move.
Have we noticed
No,
geysers
we have
coming
a-
up anywhere but the discs? Can we just like float around the discs and avoid the
I
geyser
mean, presumably,
Scott-
also we could go pretty
Scott,
high, right?
we have a flying speed of 300 feet.
What? Where does it say that?
In the
Oh,
second
yes, you
line
do.
of the spell, and resistance to
tell a
damage
lie.
from
That is some fast-moving gas.
You're
So we
moving
basically
quickly.
zip across this room.
Zip, zip. Yes, and as you're flying across, or is this what you're going to be doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us.
As you're
Hi.
flying across another geyser of mud erupts, and you take.
Wait, is it magical?
You take you have resistance,
Yeah.
so you take 14 points of fire damage as you are flying through.
Oh, shouldn't that be mud damage?
Yes,
I resist mud damage.
doesn't exist, so it's fire damage because it's hot mud.
That's still a lot of fire damage.
Hot mud, and you end up on the side of the platform. The other side.
All right.
We
Can
all took
we,
that damage? That seems awful.
Hey man,
I don't like it.
How much damage did we take?
14.
14.
I took
After it
7.
was-
No,
you get
I
to
have
have
it already.
She's resistant to fire, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so it's
If
only
you're resistant
half.
to fire, you take
What
half.
is
But 14 is halved. You took 28. I halved it because you had resistance. If you have
Got
unlimited
it.
distances, you should have it.
Guys, it would be real embarrassing to get killed while you're a
7 is
cloud.
correct.
So we could materialize and open this door, or we could just phase through the door. I guess the downside is if there's horrible things, it would take us a minute to phase back into normal stuff.
Couldn't we send
We're not a
someone through the
serial
door
killer.
underneath the door and then just be like,
Geek.
"What's in the room?" And
Do
they can
clouds
come
have
back.
eyes?
I mean, I guess do we not see the mud geyser, and that's why we got hit by it?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
There's
right
a
now.
lot of questions. So
And the answer to all of them is magic.
Magic.
I
Clouds
think
must have eyes because when they rain, that's them crying, Tony.
Oh,
Oh,
I would say
All
we
right.
send one person under the
the
door.
clouds are alive with the sound
I'll
of
go
magic.
because I can disengage as a bonus action. So if there's something right there,
Also, you'll be a
then I
cloud.
can- yeah,
You
and then I
actually-
can disengage and come back through.
Well, except you can't because the only actions we can take in this form are dash or revert. So we can only move or
You can
turn back
move.
into normal people. We can't do anything else.
Yeah, that's the downside. Theoretically, if
open
you
the
were
door.
trapped as a cloud somewhere.
That said, I don't think that anybody's going to be able to hit you in gaseous form.
Yeah.
So
Also, you could theoretically choke someone in gaseous
Well, I don't
form.
know.
That
Hot
seems
mud
real
apparently can.
unsporting.
but you could be hit. You're just gas.
But what if I'm just inside somebody
just
else's
learned.
lungs?
all right, I can also go if we're worried about damage. I will be okay. Have you seen a raging gas cloud?
I have
Just
seen
gas
that.
cloud.
I know.
Yeah, you go to college with Steve Lutz, you've seen that.
Or Chipotle once.
Can I like gaseous cloud underneath the door?
I am the greatest.
Well, let's see. There's a chance you can because this door is dry. So I'll say yes, you can.
All right, I will seep. Is that the right word? Seep under the door.
I hope it isn't the right word.
Sublimate, Dan. You want to sublimate.
Okay, so you
was it
find
therapy?
yourself in. So Umlal, do you have dark vision?
I do not. I think.
All right, you find yourself in a very dark place.
Cool.
You're a gaseous cloud in a dark place.
I guess I will go back outside and communicate somehow, as we do in gaseous form, that it's very dark on the other side. Do we want to?
I'm not even sure if we can communicate to each other.
Do we want to revert to person form, or do we want to?
Scott, is there enough room for all of us to revert back to person form, or are some
Sure,
of us
it'll be cozy, but
Okay.
it all.
And I also might suggest we do it in like 2 sections so that we have a bunch of people.
Well, I've got
Yeah.
dark vision. I can go under the door.
Also, does dark vision apply when you're a cloud of gas?
I'm going under.
So gaseous Ketchka goes under the door and finds herself in a hallway that ends in another door.
All
It is
right.
dark.
I revert back to normal form and open the door.
All right,
What
a
a minute
minute
later.
goes by, which is a long time. So, 30 seconds go by for everyone on the other side of the door. Ketchka does not come back.
Somebody want to go check on her?
Nah.
Nope.
I'm just
I
gonna
telepathically
revert.
send a
I'm just gonna
message out
revert.
saying that I'm fine. I'm turning back and opening the door for you.
Okay. And the door, give me a strength check. Oh, actually, this door is fine. You open it.
Hey, everybody.
We're in dry zones. So everybody's gaseous except for Ketchka.
What a turn of events.
Ah,
Just can we establish canonically when we're gaseous? We
Carlos
basically
is running in. Get back here,
I'm
Carlos.
not running. I'm
You can't catch me in
flying.
the gas cloud.
we basically all look like cartoon ghost versions of ourselves, right?
Yes, like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Canon.
All right, guys, we got like 7 hours and 59 minutes to deal with whatever we got to deal with over here.
That's
So
true to get back.
You, find another door at the
And
end of
Carlos
this
had
corridor.
light cast on him, so I'm assuming I'm a glowing cloud of gas right now.
You're a true ghost. You're like a Scooby Doo.
That was
Yeah.
You're like a nebula, man.
that needs to happen again because I'm sure it's
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been that long, has it? It was just yesterday.
we rested.
Oh, that was an auspicious day.
Oh, we
Or-
rested though. We rested. You're
Sorry,
right.
that was an auspicious Boxing Day.
Okay. I can't just. I'm gonna revert back to physical form.
All right, so you, Shara is
I'll do the same.
Solidifying.
At the same time, I'm going to do that.
All right. Carlos
All right.
reverts back to physical.
Same.
form.
solid now.
Fine.
Did someone tell Johnny to come with us?
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
standing out
We
there.
left him on the platform.
Come on, Johnny.
Johnny, revert back to physical
Platform.
form.
It's in. Oh, he's reverting.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
And he's done.
Oh, good.
I'll open this door or peek through.
Sure. You open the door, and
Guys, we're almost back to the sphere room.
Okay.
I will read you the complete description.
Paint a picture for me, Scott.
The door opens into an area of utter blackness.
Mm.
I'm not getting it.
So close your eyes, Dan.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what you see.
Someone has a light spell, right? Can we put it on a rock and throw the rock in or something?
Or is he suggesting that it's magic blackness?
Well, I don't know. Magic light. That seems like a pretty good answer. I didn't say light a torch. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. See, someone's got light, right?
I think.
Yeah, or I could just poke my head in and look around.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision, so I'm
But
not.
we're gonna need to. Everyone else is gonna need to be able to see at some point.
I cast
Oh.
light on Omlal.
On my head or something.
Yeah, like in your hat.
Just do his butt.
That's so inconvenient.
Yeah, then he'll be like flipping around. He'll be like a dog chasing his tail.
It'll be hilarious.
Okay, so
I catch you soon, light.
Umlal,
Mark my words.
Your light has cast upon you. Everyone notices Umlal does not cast a shadow.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, me kill it. All right. Does the light emanate from me out into this room at all, or is it still black?
It is still black.
Wow.
All right, Ketchka, you want to take a look, see if you see anything different?
Yeah, I poke my head in.
Oh, wait, Umlal, how are you? Are you standing in the doorway? Or?
Yeah. I was staying in the doorway.
So Keshka peers
back here.
in, and
I'm up
he's an area of utter blackness.
All right. Can I
So
use
we tie a rope to somebody and they can walk in and feel their way?
Can I use my sword really quick and just make sure there's like a floor just inside this?
Sure. So how do you're gonna?
I'm gonna
reach
take my
out-
sword and just be like tap tap. Is there
Okay.
a stick? Do I have a pole? Do I have a 10-foot pole?
You have 600 feet of rope.
Oh yeah.
Don't touch it with that.
You take out your sword, which is pretty long because it's a great sword, and you tap in there. It appears to be a floor there.
Okay. I will take a step into the room then.
I
Okay. As soon as you step into the
okay, but
room,
wait.
Sorry.
yes.
Erica.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was like, I'm trying to be nice here.
Having internet trouble. Sorry.
Uh,
I have the ability to perceive the unseen. I can see invisible or hidden creatures regardless of lighting conditions. So I could at least maybe look in and see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, totally do that. That sounds awesome.
And if you do that, tell me because we can work something out.
I'm about to walk in there.
let
All right,
me,
then.
see what that does.
I mean, if there are no creatures in there, it's probably not super helpful. But
It'd be
at least
nice
I
to know
can
if
see if
there
there's
were
anything
creatures
waiting
there.
Let's see.
for us.
I just need to read what it says to tell you if you see anything. Okay, so you so basically what it does is like shifts your vision into reading auras, so the auras glow just no matter what the lighting conditions are, right? You're reading everyone's aura. So
Yep.
you see all the auras of the people around you, but you don't see anything in that room glowing.
Okay. Right.
Good.
Tell everybody, there are no creatures that I can see in there, but lighting wise, I can't see a thing.
All right.
I mean, I can cast darkness, but I don't think that would help us.
I'm tying a rope around Omlal if he's going in,
Okay.
so you can at least find your way back.
All right.
A good way to lose half a rope is all I'm saying.
Well, I got 600 feet of it, Tony. I think it'll be okay.
I guess. Watch, we'll lose like 50 feet of it, and later we'll need that.
It'll be something that's 575 feet
Yeah, away
from something. Yeah.
Yeah. All Scott's got to do is create a 555-foot canyon, and you are screwed.
It's true.
I will also say if this is a magic darkness spell like the one that I can cast, if it's cast on something like an object and you cover up that object, just like it would block light, it could block the darkness. So if you feel anything, throw a blanket over it or something.
I am carrying a blanket.
All right.
It's a fire.
My bedroll.
Ketchka ties a rope around Umlal, and I guess Umlal's going into the room.
Whee! Oh no! Goodbye, everybody.
So, Umlal, as soon as you enter the room, the light that has been cast upon you is extinguished, and you are kind of groping around in this room, and you feel
Dice. I found dice, guys.
dice. Yes. Does a 27 hit you?
Oh. Yes.
All right. So you feel coming from you're disoriented, so you're not sure where, but you feel these arms kind of grapple you.
Oh, a hug.
Oh,
It's a little
A hug in the darkness.
that's very comforting.
And
Me
does,
feel like me back in womb.
I'm assuming a 25 also.
Pronounced wom.
My pronunciation not good. 25 also hits me. Yes. So have I been hugged twice?
No. So you feel on your neck.
Oh man!
Bangs sink into your neck, and you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh man, that makes me angry.
And you take.
I should have stayed gaseous.
Yeah, you should have.
You take 14 points of necrotic damage as your life
What?
force is being drained from you. And also, while you're at it, why
Man,
don't you lower your maximum hit point level by 14 points?
What?
And let's roll initiative.
You're right, Scott. This is fun.
It's fun for the whole family.
Well, I'm glad that was me and not anybody else because I can kind of handle it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me three. Also, I'm just emotionally prepared for you to die too. So,
Me too.
Just always be prepared. All right. Let's get some initiative.
Well, as my flaws say, there's no room for caution in a life lived to the fullest.
That's true. Oh no, Carlos got a very low initiative. All right. Just need to enter some things. And then we will be ready.
So it's unfortunate is I have danger sense, which gives me a advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects you can see.
Oh no. Shara.
I never get to use it because Scott is brutal in that way.
I'm not nice. And Zatasha is an 8. All right. Got our initiatives. Unfortunately, I go first.
That seems like cheating.
I said unfortunately.
Can I see the aura of whatever is doing this?
You see nothing.
Okay.
Let's see. What does it want to do? Okay. It's going to continue to suck your blood, Dan. With a 28, it hits.
Jeez.
What terrible things happen to me now?
I will tell you in a moment because I have to figure. Oh, here we are. So you take 3 points of piercing damage, and 13 points of necrotic damage, and your total hit points are lowered by an additional 13 points.
Good lord.
This
So
is
do
how
we hear
Presta
him-
died.
I'm assuming we hear him screaming or something. Like,
Dude, it
like
just sounds.
it's like, oh yeah,
It just sounds like somebody really. It just sounds like a straw getting slurped really loudly.
Yes, you hear
all right.
Ulal going, ah!
Current
Darkness
update.
biting me.
I sound apparently a little Schwarzenegger. I am currently at 15 hit points, and my maximum has been lowered from 71 to 44. So, not great.
Not great, Bob.
Get out.
Pull on the rope if you're having any troubles, Amlal.
Katya gets pulled into the room.
All right, that's all the vampire will do. Oops.
oh,
I
it's a
told you it's a
vampire, you say?
Spoilers.
I really feel like
It could have been. It could have been
I think
two
could've picked that
mosquitoes.
Vampires don't have auras. Regdar.
What?
Neither does Amlal.
Regdar
fair point.
will defer until anything better, until the situation improves.
Regdar
I just
punts.
want to wait for a little more blood to get sucked out of my friends.
Regdar can cast Expedition Retreat on himself.
So,
So,
Regdar, you would know. Give me an Arcana check.
okay, I'm great at those.
I know.
Would you say I have advantage on this?
No.
Oh, just checking. 20.
You don't need advantage. You would recognize that this darkness is magical darkness, and if you wanted to cancel out magical darkness, you could cast light at level 2 or higher.
Only we had thought of that.
Do I cast it on? What do I cast it on? I guess
You can just
darkness?
cast it in the general direction.
I attack the darkness.
Yes, do it.
I attack the darkness.
All right.
Well, someone's getting injured here.
So I am using up one of my level 2 spell slots.
Correct.
So by the way, Dan, there's a Wikipedia page that's a list of egg dishes. So I've got some suggestions for you for your next character: scramble, huevos, quiche, souffle, or custard.
What
Custard.
about whatchamacallit?
Hustar the ever living.
Frittata.
Frittata, good. All right. Anyway,
That's what I was going to use.
we'll just store those away for
This guy's
next
so
turn.
handsome.
All right, so
Sparkle
Regdar
For
says
haha.
some arcane
How about that?
words, and light bursts into this room, revealing a pretty empty room, except for two notable things: a coffin and a vampire that is walking on the wall, has its arms wrapped around Umlal and its teeth sunk into his neck. And you notice Umlal will notice this, and maybe Ketchka.
Is the coffin made of wood?
This vampire's a dwarf. The coffin is made of stone.
Oh, we can't
So
burn
this,
that.
I just want to discuss Dungeons and Dragons dungeon design. So we have traversed a room full of flesh golems, a
Mhm.
weird turnstile,
Yep.
a horrible room full of boiling mud. On the other side of that room full of boiling mud is a hallway that leads to a room that just a vampire lives in.
And he's really hungry because nothing else ever comes this way.
It's true.
Might
When
be-
they come this way,
might
I
be
bet you the
hiding-
turnstile doesn't work.
This adventure was written in the 70s.
one
It
of
was a different
The
time.
weapons might be in that coffin.
Guys,
all
tell me, explain to me what about the 70s informs the design of this room.
They're really into vampires.
It had to be.
Disco. Disco was big. And
Disco was big. I mean, boiling mud is basically like shag carpeting, right? I don't.
That's true. So
Scott, is it my turn?
I was just about to say, Umlal, it is your turn. You are
I am-
currently being grappled by a vampire.
All right, so this raises some.
But like a little vampire.
What do I have to do?
Tiny tot.
Can I do anything, or do I need to first escape the grapple?
It depends on what you want to do.
I want to
Hit it.
Right. Well, that would be one question. I think the first thing I will do is rage because I am angry that the darkness bit me.
You can rage without having to
Yep,
escape
that's
the grapple.
all right. So that's great. Now the next question is, can I break free?
That would be your action.
Wanna break
Yeah.
free.
Fine. What would that require?
You will either give me a athletics check or a dexterity check.
I'm going to give you an athletics check because when I'm raging, I have advantage on strength checks.
Well, then give me that advantage roll.
I'm going to do that right now. 15.
Find out some catchphrases. All right. So that's a 15. Is that it?
Yep.
So you are you're struggling through, and you are really impressed by the strength of these tiny dwarven arms that have grappled you. They are very, very strong, and you remain grappled.
Cool. Can I do anything else?
You can speak.
Ah!
How much taller is Omlal than a dwarven vampire?
Like twice as tall.
Yeah, like a lot.
The dwarven vampire is walking on the wall.
Yeah, I know. I just want to understand how
you
comical his death will be.
All right, Ketchka.
Oh boy.
Get it off!
Get off!
Oh man, what to do? Do I try to heal Amlal here so he doesn't?
That's really just giving the guy more food, isn't it?
That's a fair point. Good.
But the longer he's attached to me, the less time he's attached to any of you, I guess.
Okay. Well. Gosh. That's all I can say is gosh.
Golly.
All right. Well, I will attempt to hit him with some dissonant whispers.
Okay.
So that is a
Do I need to
must
do
make a wisdom saving throw versus a DC of 16. Vampires are probably wise, which is unfortunate.
It fails.
Oh, good.
Nice.
So it takes takes 7 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me. So he's either dragging Amlal with him or he's letting go and taking off.
He is dragging Umlal with him because he can.
Do I get a strength saving throw or something to prevent him from doing that?
Sure. Let's do
I would assume that I could try and like have an opportunity to not move, and then he either has to.
Yep. Give me a strength check.
Strength check or saving throw.
Check.
Is that strength or athletics? Just strength, straight up strength.
Just strength.
I
Shoot, I should have given you inspiration before.
That's fine. I still have advantage. So. Oh my god. Great.
Drags you to the furthest corner.
Oh, I should have used. I have inspiration. I should have used on that first strength check. Oh well. If I make it to next time.
And he goes, well, he would hiss, but he's currently
yeah, hiss. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
He's supping upon a delicious morsel, so he will not hiss.
Rats. Okay, you already have inspiration, Amlal?
Yeah, I do. Well, I have.
Okay.
I have DM inspiration. I don't have bardic inspiration.
I mean, if you already got DM inspiration, you're probably already better off than if I gave you
I
bardic.
just need to remember it.
So who's coming up? Is Amlal? I mean, Carlos coming up soon, or
Zatasha is next.
Zatasha's next.
Carlos. Is
how about some inspiration for Zatasha then?
Sure.
Okay. I don't do stuff with rolls very often, so.
Oh, is that right? Abilities, saves to hits are not your thing?
No, I make other people make saving throws.
I see. And then we got Shara coming up. Shara, are you an inspiration lover?
I am.
I will give it to
I will
you then
take
because
it.
you're coming up before Carlos.
Okay.
So inspiration to Shara, 1d8 on attack, ability, not attack, ability, save, or 2 damage. Wait a minute.
What?
Try
Here
again.
it is. Ability, save, or 2 hit.
Okay.
There's too many
All
different
right.
types of rolls.
Zatasha, you can see a coffin.
What
And-
do
Go
Here,
on.
I know about vampires?
What do you know about vampires? Give me a knowledge arcana or religion or something else if you want to.
Animal handling.
Bram Stoker. Roll for Bram Stoker.
18.
18. You know they are undead creatures. They are hypersensitive to sunlight. You need to if you put a wooden stake through their heart, they're incapacitated and paralyzed. You know that they can turn to mist. They regenerate.
Turn the club. We can all turn to mist.
Yeah.
You know that it can't.
Big fans of contract law.
Yes, vampires can't enter a residence without an invitation from one of the occupants. You know that they can turn into bats. They're tough. That's about it. You know they drain people.
How about their intelligence?
How about their intelligence? They are smart.
Pretty intelligent.
They're smart.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they get to hang around for
Okay.
a long time. They do a lot of mooks, so hang out at the library a lot.
That's right.
So they're independent learners. Vampires are.
It's true.
All right.
Vampires. They're great.
Boy. I guess I don't want to waste any. Can I see it from here, or do I need to move forward?
Can you see it from where you are? You need to move forward.
To there?
Let's see. Where's that little tool thing that lets you draw a thing with the stuff? I don't know where that is. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, but it doesn't work because of the squares aren't the squares, right? Is that right?
Yeah, you know, you can see from there. I'm just looking for line.
Oh, yeah.
of
Okay.
sight. Yep, you can see it.
All right. Then it needs to. The vampire needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
DC 50.
It makes it.
Okay. Then nothing happens. I tried.
All right. I need to make it.
If this gets around to the next turn, there's a really good chance that I will be incapacitated.
Yeah.
Or perhaps a vampire. Shara, it's your turn.
Ooh, vampire Almal. That could be fun.
All right.
I already got
so,
no soul.
I guess I'm moving into the room.
Good choice.
I don't think the room can hurt you guys anymore.
But I don't know
think-
what's
I think
going
we all
on.
need-
I'm in the hall. I'm in the narrow hallway.
You hear a lot of screams and people
Yeah.
are yelled out,
Yeah.
it's a vampire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, rooms have been really bad to us recently. Hallways,
have been.
nothing bad has happened in a hallway in hours.
See, Tony knows. Okay, so I'm going to aim a crossbow bolt at this thing's heart.
Oh.
Wow, you're super prepared for this situation.
I'm hoping. Oh shoot! Does a 9 hit?
Inspiration.
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 Inspiration. Using
Okay. Well, to answer the question, a 9 did not hit.
yeah, I figured.
But the inspiration only gives you a D8 bonus. You're probably going to have to. Well, might as well.
Oh yeah, I need to roll a D8. That's how inspiration works here.
Well, that's how Steve inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
Steve inspiration.
Steve inspiration.
Yeah.
All right, D8. That's adding 2, so I'm taking.
Oh.
Won't hit either.
11 does not hit.
11 does
Do
not.
Do you have
hit.
regular inspiration?
I do not have regular. Hey Scott, can I have inspiration?
No.
No, that failure on that last hit, that was role play.
You haven't done a lot to at the moment to
I
get
don't know what level vampire this is, but if
Very
it's like a
good.
Strahd von Zarovich level vampire, we are in trubs.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? I
feel
did
like-
think trying to shoot its heart was inspired, but not enough for inspiration.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything else I can.
I feel like targeting the coffin might help us out here, but maybe.
Oh, if the
It's-
dirt's in there.
Don't know.
I don't have holy water to like throw holy water in the coffin.
Guys, just to be fair, that's great, but the coffin does not currently have its fangs sunk in me.
Carlos,
That's not my
Dude,
problem,
I
Dad.
tried. I tried.
thing.
That's somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
Carlos is gonna run.
Alma, we are busy rearranging the room. We are totally gonna mess up this guy's feng shui, and then what is he gonna do?
Actually, I think it's the Japanese vampires actually do have serious problems with that, as I recall. Or maybe it's ghosts. I can't remember, but it is an issue.
And by the way, this is dry, so everyone's speed is normal speed.
All right. Carlos
It's really
Thank
weird
God
when he
you
just
mentioned
reminds
weird
us
thing
of
to say.
that.
Carlos runs into
Currently,
the
this
center of the room. And hey,
At normal
remember,
speed.
remember when Carlos learned magic?
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Carlos
out.
does a thing that Regdar taught him, and lightning starts to spark around his hands. And our friend needs to succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled in a straight line toward me.
Okay.
Dragging Amlal along with him again.
Well, that's the strategy. Actually, is he
19.
I assume that an idiot fighter's spell save is lower than that, but
I'm almost guarantee that it's less than a 19.
I don't actually know. Yeah.
Take half damage.
It's probably 8 plus your whatever your spell casting is plus your proficiency bonus. I think
It's not
Low.
that.
Probably
Okay, well,
12 or 13.
12 or 13, yeah.
Well, then that didn't work.
Oh, okay. Does it do anything on
Nope.
a fail? Okay. It was cool though. You said, "Hey, vampire, look at this," and the vampire looked and was like, "Huh?"
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, he felt a
Sparkle,
tug.
sparkle.
He felt a tug, and he was like, "Nah, forget
Meh.
it."
I refuse. The vampire is going to continue to attempt to drain Umlal.
I was trying him while I was trying to pull him away from you.
I appreciate it. Carlos, you my brother. I know that.
I'll send
not
your best
really makes
wishes to
sense.
your brother Frittata.
That really not make sense genealogically, but
So, Umlal, you take 10 points of piercing damage as it sinks.
10 points of piercing damage? Wait, hold on. I'm raging. Whew. That's 5 points of piercing damage.
And you take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, jeez.
Worse, but that's halved. So
How many hit points is he down now?
That's 7.
And your hit points are reduced by the number that I gave you, so 15.
All right, so I'm at 3 hit points, and my maximum is reduced by how many?
Oh God, guys, I don't want to fight Omlal the vampire.
15.
Yep.
So my 29, my max hit points. So if my max hit points get to 0, that's a real problem.
Yes, it tells me what happens when that happens.
Yeah, I have some familiarity with this. Cool.
Cool.
Going great.
Cool.
And then
Last time I go into any rooms.
Hey, turn into gas. It's only going to take 10
It
turns.
takes a minute. It's fine.
It's only 10 turns. You
Yeah.
can survive that
I'll
long.
make it. I'll be.
Can I call for Johnny to come in here as a bonus action?
sure. Do you want you say, Johnny, go into the room?
Yeah, we should have fed the flesh golem to the vampire.
Johnny,
have a planar
kill
ally
the
we could call
Well,
too with that.
hit the vampire really hard.
There's a lot of blood in Omlal. He's probably not going to be hungry after this. Maybe he'll take a nap.
Okay.
And now I'm going to say, Shara, Johnny's going to go on your turn just because I don't want to roll initiative for him.
Okay.
Is this back around to me, Scott?
No, it's Regdar's turn.
Oh, Regdar's turn. Regdar has been studying his spell list, trying to figure out what would be good here.
Yeah, anti-vampire spells.
I do not. I checked that first. I could cast Web on the vampire, but that would also be inconvenient for you. Scott, can you tell me what the bless
It's
spell?
like building him a little nook around his snack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody wants a snack nook.
Can you tell me what the bless spell would do, which is one of my beads, if I wanted to say bless
I can.
Omlal?
You can bless up to 3 characters of your choice. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, you can add that person adds a d4 to the number rolled.
All right.
Hey, do we still have that Griffin figurine? Let's throw that into the mix.
Resta had that. I don't know who has it.
I'm
Somebody
sure we
has
took
to
it
have
from her.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't have it. So I'm gonna do a bead of curing then, which casts cure wounds on Omlal. I don't know if because it's a magic bead if it does more than that. But I know
It does
at
not.
least- Okay. I cure wounds on Omlal. That feels like a big deal.
So the sad thing with cure wounds is that its range is touch.
Oh, never mind,
No, that's
Omlal.
healing word. Cure wounds has
No.
a distance.
He's
not.
right. It's
Oh, it's vice versa. I'm sorry, I got it
all
backwards.
right. Sorry.
Yep.
I guess that would be really great after we rescue you from the vampire.
Yep.
Um,
That'd be cool.
I
Me
could
too.
locate object.
We're totally gonna do that.
You could throw the bead at him.
I could try casting sleep on the vampire, but vampires are very. It seems like very smart, and so the chance that
A
it
lot
will
of hit points.
and a lot of hit points. I don't know what I can do that's helpful.
Blessing is not bad because if you want to give people a chance to hit the vampire, but
Yeah,
I missed the
gonna-
saving throw option. I think.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna crack open the bless bead and give my friends a blessing.
All right. Well, pick 3 of your friends within a 30-foot range.
I think that would be who's
you
in the
can see.
room already. Carlos, Zotasha,
Johnny.
is that you in the room?
Don't give Johnny. Don't give Johnny.
Aline, are you not in the room?
I'm in the room.
Okay. You get blessed then too.
Okay. And that was a D4
Yeah.
to attack.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody mess up
saves.
the coffin. Get Johnny to mess up the coffin. Somebody do something with the coffin.
Anything else, Regdar? Would you like to move into the room? Would you like?
I guess I should move into the room and like take a position in the corner so that I'm ready to do future stuff. I assume cracking open the bead is a full action. So
Yes.
okay. Well, I boldly move into the room and crack open that bead.
All right, like a king.
I also figured blessing just thematically, like the vampire probably is not a fan of the fact that people are in its lair blessing each other.
No, it says thumbs down to that.
Yeah, I
Stop.
figured.
Umlal, you have a couple teeth, well, probably 4 teeth sunk into your neck. A vampire has dragged you across its lair, and
Drugged me too. This guy's the worst.
well, he's trying to seduce you,
Venomous
by
bangs.
sucking out your blood.
Venomous bangs?
I have
That's a
comments.
haircut.
What would you like to do? You're still grappled.
I would like to get out of that grapple.
All right, give me a strength check. Or athletics check, I should say.
Okay, let's try this again. I already have advantage, so inspiration does not get me anything.
That is correct.
19.
All right, you are strengthened by your terror, and you push away his arms, and you're still in that square, but you are free to do what you would like.
Bad hug.
Move.
I move 40 feet.
All right, it takes an attack of opportunity. Because
Does he take out an attack of opportunity?
he does.
Oh, son of a...
Well, tell me what that roll is, because I may be disrupting it.
All right, it is 4.
I will not bother to disrupt that.
Does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not.
All right, so he swings
I am cowering behind Satasha.
and then hisses. Ketchka.
Holding
Oh.
a tourniquet to my neck.
Are you? Yeah, you're that way, aren't you?
Dan, hold on. It's important for podcast reasons. Basic first aid. Do not apply tourniquets to your neck.
Too late. Too late.
This seems like an appropriate time for me to kick on my aura of vitality,
Oh,
which is a 30-foot radius aura.
everybody thinks that you would make a good mate.
That's his that's his aura of virility.
Oh, that's right.
It's close. It's close. I almost said virality, but that's a totally different aura.
I won't move this turn because I'm pretty happy out there in the hallway, but I will use my bonus action to cause that aura to give my good friend Omlal
Oh,
2d6 worth of hit points,
that's nice.
which comes out to a 4. That's great.
Well, that's still it's better than nothing.
Aura's still going for at least a minute, so everybody's got healing awaiting them as things go here.
Zatasha, you have seen a large person run out of the roof screaming, bleeding profusely from his neck.
I will use some of my last few psi points to heal Omlal.
Okay.
Somewhat. Since he so nicely came auras. And switch over to psionic restoration as a bonus action, and then I will use mend wounds with, where am I at here? Let's go with 4. So
These are 5-foot squares in here, Scott?
Yes.
How much was that?
Take 19 hit points back. 19.
Hey, thank you.
Woo!
I am at 26,
Show off.
which is just shy of my new maximum, 29.
Oh no.
Look on the
So
bright
don't-
side. You're like 40% a vampire now.
Yeah, so don't spend any more healing on me because it will probably not be worth it at the moment.
Oh no. Shara,
Fair.
give me a perception check.
Perception. So I rolled 14. What's my perception bonus?
You only needed a 10. So
Okay.
you saw the vampire got hit a couple times, and you noticed that all of their wounds have healed.
Healed him.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Close the hell out of
That's
this
your
door.
turn, Shara.
Coffin.
Shara.
Don't forget we get to use Johnny.
Oh, and yes, on your turn, Johnny can do something.
Okay, I'm gonna send
Use Johnny.
She said.
Oh, Johnny can't talk.
He cannot.
Because Johnny can't read. Why Johnny can't read?
Why can't Tori read?
He's
Okay,
a
so
magic
should I-
creature and not alive. I would love to send him to.
Attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should I have Johnny attack? So Johnny what,
attack the vampire. Yep.
Yeah, what are Johnny's attack options? Is it just like a hand
He
an armed attack?
So flesh golems slam their bodies into people.
Okay.
What they do.
All right, Johnny. So first I'm going to again aim at the heart with a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
We'll see how I do. And then I'm gonna send Johnny to attack. So that's plus my 4 is 20.
A 20 will hit a vampire.
20 will hit a
Sweet.
vampire.
Yes.
All right. There is nobody nearby, so I do not get my sneak attack. So it's only a d6.
Oh, should have sent Johnny.
Yeah, I was
First.
just gonna say.
I just sent Johnny first. So that's 1 whole point of damage, and then Johnny, go attack, please.
Johnny attack.
Johnny attack.
Telling you the secret's the coffin.
And
I
Johnny
know, but
will
I've got the crossbow bolt.
attempt to
Johnny
slam
could flip over the coffin.
to this vampire twice. He slams he just basically does a body slam on this vampire who is still stuck on the wall, and hits the vampire for let's see, 2d8. 12 points of damage. You go, Johnny.
Good job.
Nice.
Carlos, there's Johnny has slammed himself against the vampire.
All right, I am going to come over to here where I'm actually 10 feet away. Scott, I'm looking for your blessing on this. So I looked up the 5th edition equivalent of the tricol, which I had in 4th edition, and it said that it's the halberd, which means that I would actually have reach to attack. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
It's like a
What
pole.
a guy.
So I'm gonna attack him from 10 feet away because I have reach, and it's a 2.
So the only downside to a polearm is if you are in a very enclosed space, it's hard to use a polearm.
Well,
You're
that's
not
why I've
cur-
got that. I've got Preston's old scimitar if I'm in
All right.
closed space. But from this distance, I'm just gonna attack him with my booming blade tricol.
All right. So
Okay.
do something. And that's a magical weapon, clearly.
Yeah. Well, I'm casting a spell on it as I attack. It's not a fundamentally magical weapon, I guess. Does that matter? Did we learn that only magic weapons attack this guy? We didn't learn that, did we?
We should assume
It's a safe assumption.
All right. Well then, forget that. I'm just gonna come up and I'm gonna hit him with my scimitar.
All right. So you take out this giant polearm, and then you take wait a second. The vampire. You carefully put it back, and you take out your scimitar. And you step 5 feet closer. And
Carlos, he's always thinking. He's a fighter. He's always thinking. So that is a 24
that
to
does
hit.
not scan with what I've experienced with Carlos so far.
For fighting. He thinks he's good with tactics for fighting.
Okay. No, that's
That's where all his brain cells are going. 24 to hit.
24 will hit a vampire.
Okay, so that is 8 damage with the tricol or with the scimitar. That's magical +1. And then because I am doing I have 2-weapon fighting, I also stab him or whack him with a hand axe. That's 18 to hit. That's not magical.
And 18 will hit, and it does not appear as though all that 9 damage goes through.
All right. And since
You were also blessed, right?
oh yeah, what do I get to do for blessing? Is that to hit or just to damage?
I thought it was just for hit.
It's just to hit. Well, I hit on both of those. But guess what?
Okay.
I get to do 2 attacks, so I'm gonna attack him again. So that was a 31. Is
that a crit?
It was
That
about.
looks like it.
Murder that vampire in
Yeah,
a corner.
so
Murder
that-
that vampire in a corner.
This macro is horribly written. One or the other. It's either a crit or it's
Yeah,
lying.
it's a crit.
Okay.
So what do I get in terms of?
So you roll your damage dice twice, basically.
All right.
So roll another whatever.
another d6. So
Unless you have something
no,
fancy.
so that's 11 more damage, and that's magical.
All right.
And then with the axe, chop chop, that's a 15.
The axe
But you're blessed.
is deflected by his
Plus 4, so that's 19.
rewind, and
You got him
it-
on the rebound.
It hits. Yes, it bounces off,
Okay,
and then
so
it
that's
kind of gives him.
that's 11 non-magical damage.
All right.
Nice.
Good job, Carlos. I always knew that someday you would murder a vampire.
Anything else, Carlos?
I mean, technically he's already dead. Does it count as murder? I'm re-murdering him. Anyway, no, that's it. That's all for
we
Carlos.
don't know how he originally died.
That's true. Carlos, as you're watching the vampire, you notice it heals,
Yeah.
and oops.
And then he rolls over, and then he plays dead.
Technically, he's always playing
He's
dead.
already playing that.
And
those
He's not playing.
Homonyms.
is
Homie
he,
ain't playing.
and we're at about an hour now, I think.
That's true. He's going to do something. Carlos, give me a wisdom saving.
Oh,
throw.
boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, you're being
Come on,
charmed.
Carlos.
For his
Seduced.
wisdom.
13.
All right, Carlos. The vampire looks into your eyes,
Oh no.
and you are totally charmed. This vampire is your friend, and you will do anything to protect it.
Oh boy.
And let's take a break.
Oh boy.
I fireball both of them.
I thought 13 was pretty good for Carlos.
Good, not great.
Oh, vampire! I will say I ran this for my in-person group, and this was my favorite room.
Oh, I didn't add my Scott. I didn't add my wisdom modifier to my 13.
Oh, all right. What is it?
13.
13.
I will also
It's
be
Carlos.
a kind DM and rewind and remind you that you are blessed. So roll a d4.
Oh,
Ooh.
16.
Okay, I thought you were gonna be
All
like
right.
somehow it's still 13.
You are still charmed by this vampire.
All right.
sadly.
He's very charming.
Well,
Does that mean that
hashtag
17?
blessed. Hashtag charmed.
You didn't have any inspiration available to you, Carlos?
I don't think so.
Eh.
All right.
let's take a break.
Take a
Technically,
little break. I'll be right back.
also, Jason, I think that your scimitar is still overstated in D&D Beyond, looking at your character sheet there now. Because a plus 11 seems... It should basically be plus... All your weapon attacks are basically the same if you're proficient, but you get a plus 1 to attack with the scimitar. So it should be probably plus 9, not plus 11.
But that's not what Scott told me.
Scott is often wrong.
I was just wondering... I was curious to look at it. I guess you have like a homebrew type weapon type thing.
Well,
set up.
yeah, I had to do some modifications to find the equivalent of the,
Yeah,
the
he had
dark side.
to add +2 to it.
Scott, I'll have you know that I have like lots of plus 11s on my character sheet that was generated by Scott.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can blame
So,
Scott. That's
it's
fine.
Scott's fault,
That's fine. That works for me.
Also, whose side are you on, Dan?
I got to go.
I guess it's
All right, those
break time.
those macros suck. So I'll just roll dice and make everybody wait.
Yeah. Macros are for nerds.
Well, it is D&D, Steve.
Yeah, but I mean nerds even by D&D
All right,
standards.
I'll just I'll roll it the old way now.
Like terminal nerds.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the kids you just see and you just want to punch. Oh, hey, it's you and me again, live stream. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I mean, I lost some hit points there. That wasn't great, but got an aura going. So I had that going for me, which is nice. Got a 16-ounce arrogant bastard. So that's all right. And, oh, geez, it's Scott. All right, he's leaving. Whew, that was a close one. Well, anyway, what do you want to do with our time together? You want to just hang out? Watch a little Netflix? No? That's all right. That's all right. We got all day. Spell slot's not looking so good. It's all right, though. I think ultimately we'll win. Because if we don't, There's no podcast. Okay, Lean's back. We gotta just chill. Time to take a break.
Am I muted now? No.
No.
You're
Okay.
not.
I forgot how this switch worked. Hooray!
I mean, the DM wants to give me a +11. Why am I going to refuse that?
Yeah, I guess I should look at your character and see why I came up with that. But
I don't know. I've taken that adjustment out, so now, like I said, I'm trying to get Carlos back to sort of
Carlos-
standard.
yeah, Carlos is a wacky character in 5th edition because a lot of the stuff that he is doesn't exist. So
Yeah, that's why I've got him. He's like a variant human. It's in the ballpark. I've made these adjustments. You know, I'm losing some to hit, but then I get things like I get the range on the tri-call, which is kind of neat.
sure, I trust you. It's a game.
So I'm trying to. Yeah.
It's a game.
Anyway, now that Carlos is charmed, I've reduced his ability to hit. So
I see what you did there. I do like vampires.
we fought a vampire in the what was that? Vampire Diane.
Mm.
Was that Dragonforge?
No, it was Shocktober.
Oh, it was Shocktober. That's right. That was good. Multiple
They-
vampires, in fact.
Oh no! Diane was Dragonforge, and then there was also the Savoth.
No, you're right.
Manor did have
Ah, yeah.
vampires too, though.
Also vampires, yeah.
Vampires everywhere. They're good villains. And I enjoy the fact that this vampire's a dwarf.
What's up, nerds?
That must be why Carlos is so charmed, just the vampire reminds him of his father.
Mm.
That's right.
Was your father? Your father was a dwarf, huh?
Well, I mean, one of his parents was a dwarf, and since the dwarf is a family name, even though he's a mull, so
maybe he is a family member. Have you considered that?
Oh, he.
it could be Carlos's long lost father.
Carlos,
That's what I'm thinking.
I am your father.
Dad?
Could be. Anyway, I'm not gonna do macros anymore. I'm just gonna roll dice, and you're all gonna have to wait while I roll dice. Enjoy.
Oh,
Roll
that's not
some
fair.
That's my
dice.
favorite part of D&D is the waiting.
There's a lot of waiting. I apologize.
I like the waiting. The kind of waiting I like is the looking up rules part.
Mm.
That's my favorite kind of D&D waiting.
That's good waiting. What you got there, Jason?
A soda.
Oh,
Oh, a gluten-free soda.
they were all pretty much, except for that old wheat soda that I can't have anymore.
Wheat soda.
well, does barley gluten have an issue?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
barley and wheat are gluten.
Barley,
Terrible.
wheat, rye, millet.
Oh, I do
Not
like
millet.
Not millet?
Oh, millet's delicious.
Teff,
Teff, buckwheat, those are all good. Those you can
Flax.
have all those. Sure.
Oh, flax.
rye.
No flax.
What is it?
Hemp?
No
Amaranth?
rice.
I think
How
not
about
rye.
hemp?
All right.
Hemp is the miracle grain.
It's the miracle fruit.
It's probably
And
not a
you
grain.
can eat a lot of rope.
It's a fiber.
Teff
300
actually
feet.
the burrito tortillas that I bought the other week were Teff tortillas.
Oh, that's cool. That's what they make injera from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
what now?
Injera, the Ethiopian
The,
bread.
the mom on Bewitched?
Yes, that one. I was thinking an injera burrito.
I didn't know
would
she
be
was
really-
Ethiopian.
Little known fact. All right.
All right, we're back.
All right. We'll do another introduction.
All right.
Recording.
Oh, should I be recording this?
Welcome back to. Oh no, I don't think I actually started.
No, not welcome back.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't press record. I'm gonna start recording now. Sorry, Jason.
What?
I know. I was so overwhelmed with everything I was doing.
Well,
But I haven't-
fortunately, there is Zoom.
Boom.
Excellent. I apologize. But now this episode, I'm going to sound much better.
Yeah. I doubt that.
Oh, dear
Recording.
God.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry.
I'm glad I made that joke then.
Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't have noticed. I was like, was I recording? Oh, my God. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I'm Scott McNulty, your inexperienced podcaster and dungeon master who refuses to be recorded. We find our players fighting a vampire, a dwarven vampire. Carlos,
Vampires be recorded?
and now it is Ragnar's turn.
I don't think they show up on tape.
Well, I was thinking about casting a fireball into that corner, but Carlos is also in that corner.
Well, he's our enemy now.
How's
Um,
Johnny
Don't worry
the golem?
Yeah, whatever.
Arcana check. Would damaging Carlos help him get out of that spell?
Arcana
13.
check. Are
Yes,
moles
it
fire
would.
resistant?
With a 13, you're not sure.
Not sure. Do I feel like couldn't hurt?
Yeah, you feel like it would in fact hurt, but might work.
Jason, do you have an opinion?
I don't, because I do have an opinion, Tony. Vampires are the best.
Fireball. So creatures in that area need to make a DC 16 dexterity save. That seems really low for a fireball. 14 damage. I guess I rolled several ones on my 8d6.
14
Yeah.
sounds.
That is a
ridiculous.
really bad roll.
That is very
That's
bad.
a really bad roll.
I
All
don't have my
right.
player's handbook handy. I suspect that even on a success, they take half damage if somebody wants to pull a
They
fireball.
do take half damage.
That
Honestly,
was kind of that was
the vampire takes 7 points of damage.
listeners. I got to roll 8d6. Well, or roll 20 did for me. Allow me to share with you the numbers that I rolled. 1, 2, 4. You think it could only get better from here? No. 2, another 2, a 1.
Oh my gosh.
Yet another 1. Surely he could not roll another 1 after that, and yet a final 1. I rolled 8d6. I rolled 4 1s. That's
Oh, better.
actually
That's pretty good.
unlikely.
Well, Carlos.
That's okay for Carlos.
Carlos took 14 damage because
What
he
about
did
the
not
coffin?
save.
You really did drop a fireball in there.
And the
I pulled my punch for Carlos.
You want me to roll the save for Johnny, or did you do it?
I just did.
Okay.
And if it matters, that coffin is caught in the blast.
It. So the coffin
Stone.
is blackened.
You're sure the coffin's not made of gasoline?
Pretty sure.
Now it's delicious.
I may not know a lot, but I know that's not made of gasoline.
Oh.
Anything else?
Oh, this was because this adventure was written in the 70s and there was a gas shortage.
Exactly.
So-
So the fireball explodes very dramatically, but to very little effect. Umlaw.
okay.
All right.
So the vampire didn't get caught at all?
The vampire took 7 points of damage.
Ah, it's nimble. Nimble little dwarven vampire.
So
that may
we
or, that
know
may or
it's
may not be based on the Carter administration.
extra susceptible to fire.
Yes, it does
All
not
right,
seem like it, but it didn't.
I'm not thrilled at the idea of re-engaging with that vampire for obvious reasons. But I'm also
Almost afraid of commitment.
yep, that's what it is. I heard it was Carlos's dad, and I didn't want it to get weird.
It's maybe
Not
Almal
canon.
can go desecrate that coffin.
Yeah, I was wondering about checking out that coffin. Could I run up and shove the lid off this coffin?
Yes, please.
That coffin. Flip
movement
that
to get
coffin.
there, Sure.
It's the best game show ever.
Give me a strength,
Canadian game shows are weird.
a strength check.
All right, and I am no longer raging because I took no damage and did not attack last turn. So, strength check.
All right. so
21.
you want to push the lid up. So it's a normal, it's like a kind of like a sarcophagus, and it's got a lid on it. Do you want to push the lid off? You want to pick it up with a 21? You can pretty much do whatever you want.
I want to throw the lid off and see what's inside.
All
Throw
right,
it at
you
the vampire.
What's in the box?
You throw the lid off, and you find yourself an
Is
empty
it
coffin.
Is it like an adorable dwarven-sized sarcophagus, or is
It is a dwarven-sized sarcophagus. You before you throw the lid off, you notice the fine stonework detail on it, and it's empty.
What if we maneuver the dwarf back into the coffin and then I sit on the coffin lid?
for eternity?
Yes.
Sounds good to
Ketchka.
me.
I don't. Do you have any tape?
So
I
there's
can try to
dirt.
destroy it.
It's totally empty.
I
It is
got
good.
some spells that break up stone.
There's
Yeah.
no dirt. There's no dirt in the coffin.
There's no dirt in the coffin.
20, 25, 30, 35.
I guess we don't know how, on this plane which particular vampire mythology there is, right? I mean, some vampires need the dirt, some not so much. Some vampires are like former cannibals in life. Most people don't know if you die with your student loans unpaid, vampire. Let me tell you,
a lot more vampires.
there is a lot coming. When these millennials, we are in trubs.
Oh god, millennial vampires with their Snapchats and their selfies where they're just not in it.
Yeah, I know.
So it was I assume throwing off that lid was my action.
Yep.
I think I only have 5 feet of movement left, but I guess I'm gonna stand back a little bit.
Okay, and at the end of your turn, Umlal, the vampire sinks his teeth into the willing neck of Carlos.
Oh, Carlos is still willing after being hit with a fireball.
He is.
Gotcha.
Oh no, not Carlos.
Not Carlos. So
Carlos, no, it's really not good. Trust me.
You take 10 piercing damage and 12 necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 12.
Okay.
There's a lot of math involved
Why'd
with
you do
vampire.
that?
Ketchka, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Question.
Yes.
What happens if I charm somebody who's already charmed?
So it's going to be my next question.
That's a good question. I don't know what dueling charm. Let's see. Let's check the rules. Which you're going to use charm person?
Well, it is a it's a hypnotic pattern is the idea, but
All right, let's see.
creature is charmed for the duration of the spell if it succeeds.
We through the air. Charmed. So that would just layer on to this. So this charm just makes the creature incapacitated. So it would just incapacitate Carlos if he fails.
I mean, it's still charmed, right?
Yes, he would be charmed, but that's the impact of this charm is that he doesn't do anything. The impact of the vampire's charm is that the vampire is his friend.
Okay, I gotcha. I still think that seems like a good idea. So I'm going to drop a hypnotic pattern over here on top of the vampire,
Okay.
which should, I don't know, is that far enough away that I can avoid charming Omlal? I can just de-charm people that I don't want charmed, right? I mean, I can just release them from the...
I need Johnny to be like not incapacitated to be able to use my sneak attack and get extra 3d6 damage.
I mean, can I release guys from charm? Since
So
I'm the
this
one
is
casting it?
you are weaving this in a 30-foot cube,
Yes.
and I will point out that the room is a 30-foot cube.
Well, no, I'd be dropping it here, and so it would only go 15 feet from there because that's the center
alright.
of the cube.
Then
but-
yes, then Umlal is not in it.
And ultimately, my question is, if I were to incapacitate somebody with this spell, can I just release them from it since I'm the one charming them, or?
You can end the spell, but then
Okay.
that would end it for everyone.
Oh, you know what? Never mind, because this is a spell that requires concentration anyway. I don't want to keep my aura active. I just noticed that. So, all right. And Omlal is close to that coffin, so he may take some damage if I try to shatter it. All right. First of all, I'm going to use my 2d6 worth of healing on Carlos.
Okay.
That's a delightful 1. and a slightly better 4. So 5 healing to Carlos.
Okay.
Oh, and
Try to
Carlos,
keep you-
give me a wisdom saving throw.
2.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me add my modifier. 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Right
and your
on that
D4.
Yep.
Hashtag blessed.
All right, Kashka, you've
4.
given Carlos some healing. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a wild stab here. I'm gonna drop a shatter spell on this coffin.
Okay.
So it's got a 10-foot radius. Unfortunately, that means that Omlal's in the splash damage, but what
I'll
can
be
you do?
okay.
Does the shatter do something special bonusy to like inanimate objects or something?
Yes, that's why I'm casting shatter. So it has to save, which I don't think it can.
No.
Okay. I mean, maybe what do you guys think? Do I also get everybody else in the splash damage there?
It's
don't really wanna-
it's 10-foot radius, so that's the 4 squares, including the coffin, right? That's it.
10 foot is 2 squares.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I'm
So
just trying to decide if I want to take some extra damage on the
Okay.
vampire and in addition take out Carlos and the flesh golem.
So we're little people on a little grid of squares, and there's a big grid of squares. Which squares count as what?
the little squares are 5 squares. The big squares are 10 feet.
Okay,
The
so a
little-
10-foot square is the 4 squares around the coffin, and
All right.
Omlal is up from that.
Yeah, technically I am 2 squares away from it, according to this.
That's 10 feet, right?
2 square. Well, I don't know. Can you see my ruler?
Right now,
'Cause it
I
says
think you've
20.
got the thing set, so it's 10 feet per square.
I see what you're saying.
And it
That-
should be 5 feet per square.
That is a 10-foot square.
Yes.
Right.
So
it's-
Omlal's not in it. Johnny's not in it. Nobody's in it but
it's-
the coffin.
But it's radius 10 feet, right? So shouldn't it be
Right.
2? It should be
Radius.
technically this. It should be technically 2 away from the whole
It
thing.
is.
Me no like math.
Yeah, math. My understanding was there would be some math, but not a lot of math.
You know what? I'm going to save everybody the trouble. I'm going to drop it right here so it hits the vampire and everybody else too,
Do it.
and I'm not going to hit Omlal.
All right. So you will hit
Oh,
the
not
only
me.
person. You will hit Carlos, the flesh golem, the vampire.
Yeah. And I just boosted Carlos a little bit, so hopefully it won't do
All right.
too much damage.
Lay some.
Constitution saving throw.
All right. Carlos, make a Constitution saving throw. Make 2. 1 for the flesh golem as well, please.
Flesh golem, 9 plus what its modifier is.
All right. That's
Unless it's 7, he's
13.
hit.
Carlos, 22.
Okay, so you're good. You're only taking half damage.
vampire 21.
All right. Well, that's half damage from him too. But also the coffin is in that area, so hopefully it'll.
Coffin got a 25.
But it has disadvantage on the saving throw.
It doesn't get a saving throw.
I didn't think it did, so it's anyway. But so, a 1. Oh, a 2.
Ooh.
Tony, what did you do to my dice?
No.
All right, that one's a 6, so 9.
Consider
total
them
damage.
blessed.
Thunder damage.
I'm not-
That makes any difference.
9 thunder damage.
But we take half damage, right?
Anybody who made the save takes half damage.
So that is everyone but the golem, right? He takes full damage. 9. And that's okay. Does anything else happen with shatter? Is that it?
No, that's pretty much it. I was hoping the coffin would end
Let's
the
see.
ill effect.
The coffin cracks.
Does the vampire react to that at all?
No.
Right.
But you do someone, Umlal, give me a perception check.
Alrighty. That is a 25 critical perception.
Oh, excellent. You're being very perceptive today.
Thank you.
Umlal. You notice.
Except for that vampire.
Other than that, so there are a bunch of cracks now in the coffin, and you notice that there's a space underneath it,
Oh, I should have picked the
Full
whole
of
thing
dirt.
full of dirt and little baby vampires.
up.
Ew, he laid his eggs down there.
It's the worst.
Anything else, Kachka, before I move on?
I'd like to mark somebody as my quarry.
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Zatasha.
Boy. Okay, so we determined that if I charmed, Carlos with Mystic Charm, it would just mean he's friends with me and with the vampire, not that mine
Yours
overwrites.
doesn't override. It just is. It stacks.
Well, yours is a friend's charm, though, right?
Well, mine's Mystic Charm, so it's a
And if yours is
charisma.
a charm, then maybe that's a different situation than mine, because mine was a incapacitate charm.
Yeah, mine's a regular charmed. I think it works like charm person.
So you would just you could be charmed by multiple people, and you would just
Gotcha.
be.
Well, then
charmed.
Carlos would be
Everybody's
very
friends.
confused. He'd be like, "Why don't stop fighting? You are all my friends."
That's right. Why can't we all get along?
Why can't we be friends?
But you
Yeah,
might be able to
so
prevent
if
him from
Carlos-
attacking us if he sends him against us.
Oh boy, this he's so smart. He's not going to fail his.
Yeah.
So he already failed one wisdom saving throw against me.
Yeah, I don't do a lot that has wisdom.
Intelligence, you may be in trouble with.
Yeah, most of my stuff is intelligence based.
Yeah. You were not prepared to fight an umpire.
Yeah, I was not. Well, actually, I do have one thing.
Not on
that's
balls
a
and
wisdom
strikes,
saving
anyway.
throw, but it might also might also kill Carlos and the thing.
I'm failing to see a negative here.
I got a new character ready to go. I'm
Since
glad I
all
3D
see-
printed my Carlos as a memorial, as a grave.
That was
Oh.
you got to watch
It's
out.
like you never
Jason.
make a
That's
character.
bad luck. It's bad luck to
It's,
do
it's
that.
hubris.
As we all seem to be dropping area of effect spells in that corner, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use my bonus action to switch over to my psychic disruption focus and use 5 side points to do a mind storm in that corner. This one's another 20-foot. Oh, it's a 20-foot radius. Crap. That would also hit, even if I hit it.
That would get Umlal as well. Yes. And the coffin.
Right in the corner. It's
And
gonna hit
the
on.
The coffin, psychic damage to the coffin.
The dirt can't usually take psychic damage.
I did just heal Amal up for like 19 points. So yeah, what the hell?
I like everyone who says we did just heal this person, so I'm gonna shoot. Go for it.
That
Those are
justifies it. It's fine.
So what do we have to do?
So, wisdom saving throws all around, and they do take half damage. So let me find some
And
d8s.
Jason, would you give me a wisdom from Johnny 9, please?
Sure.
All right.
13 plus whatever modifier.
How much damage is it going to do, Erica? Kind of max?
Let me just roll it.
Well, my question is because I need to know if I need to use my inspiration on the saving throw.
I see. It is 68.
68.
68? That's not that much better than
No,
68.
6.
It doesn't matter. They're both bad.
They're both bad. Yeah.
So,
I just
all
rolled
right, a
6.
68 is 48, and your average is probably going to be, what, like 26 or something? Which is the exact number of hit points I have.
Let's look towards the example of Tony. It could be like an 8.
Yep, that's true.
I see what you're doing. I don't like it.
I'm just saying.
I really should have saved some stuff. Oh, well, I guess I'll just make this and see if I live.
The flesh.
Oh, yeah, the 10. That's going to go really well.
Everyone remember the D4. Whoever's blessed has a D4.
I mean, you can choose to use your inspiration after you've seen your roll.
My role, I guess, not her role.
It's true.
It's so I've rolled. It's 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage.
All right, and the wisdom, the saving throw had to be what, like 14 or something?
15.
15. All right. So I guess I'm down to 9.
Carlos slumps unconscious.
Oh no.
I mean,
Wow.
I mean, at least his
No, it's-
maximum hit points aren't going to continue to keep going down every turn. That's
yeah,
the
well,
But
presumably.
he's just been maybe vampirized.
He's a vampire. Let's put this here. I don't know what that is, but
Oh, he's a tiki.
that's right.
Don't take him out of Hawaii. That's bad luck.
Zatasha, after doing your mind storm, is there anything else you'd like to do? Move in.
No. Did the vampire take all of that damage?
It appears that it did.
Okay. I was curious about psychic damage, so good to know. Good to know.
How's that vampire looking, by the way?
Looks very debonair.
Well, great. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear.
So it looks, it's got some damage, but it doesn't look particularly bad.
Does the flesh golem take psychic damage at
Yes,
all?
it did. It took the full amount.
I didn't think it would take psychic damage. Interesting. All right, I'm done.
Okay. Let's see. Shara. So as you've been fighting, you notice that you probably, for this vampire, want to unleash a whole bunch of damage together in one round before it goes again, because it regenerates.
Oh, this is not typically my thing, but I'm gonna move in next to it. And I'm pulling out my rapier. That's 17, 18 plus 6.
Well, that certainly hits.
24 will hit. Okay. And then I get 1d8 plus 3d6 plus 3. So we're looking at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 points of damage.
All right.
And is that a magic weapon?
No.
It's.
I don't have any. I do not have any magic weapons.
Oh no.
I could have sworn that you picked up a magic longsword at some point. But maybe I'm remembering a different game.
Yeah.
I think that might be the other game.
Yeah, I think that's the Dog and Pony show.
They count. So if you find in one game, you get it for every game you're in, right?
I do have armor +1, but I do not have.
But we'll fix that. Not the armor. We'll give you a magical weapon at some point. Ooh, I pressed something and something's happening. Anyway, anything else? You deliver a mighty blow to.
Oh, you know what? How far did I move?
I don't know.
Let's see. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am, as a bonus action, going to disengage and move one step back.
Oh, how
She noticed the space under the coffin.
Give me a perception check, Shara.
Oops, hang on.
I would hope that whoever noticed that called it out.
It's Umlal, so you never know.
Never mind.
13.
Sure. You notice that there seems to be some sort of cavity underneath the coffin.
Okay.
There's a big crack, so you've noticed it because you were looking at the crack. And you're like,
okay.
Hey, what's that? Carlos, give me a death save.
18.
Woohoo!
Nice.
One success. What if I were a vampire?
What if you were a vampire?
Who says you're not?
Oh, I only come out at night.
So that means you're a man-eater. Different.
I've heard that.
Watch out, boy. He'll chew you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should have told Carlos that earlier.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to... Shara, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Wisdom -1. So that's a 5.
Saw that inspiration. I used that up. Never mind.
I used it.
So you
plus my 4. Come on. We're up to 7.
You believe that this vampire, suddenly you realize, wait a second, this vampire is my trusted friend and should be heeded and protected.
Yep.
You were charmed.
Don't like it.
Oh, what about Johnny's turn, though?
Oh, that's true.
Johnny goes when I go.
Johnny should go, so he will body slam this vampire twice.
Body slampire.
And he hits both times. Hooray for Johnny.
Good job, Johnny.
I feel bad about blowing up Johnny.
He's being very effective against this vampire. And he does what is that? 32 points of damage.
I may be healing Johnny next turn.
Mhm.
All right. So the vampire's looking a little beat up, and now he will. We can't do anything else. He could move, I suppose. Yeah, he's walking up the wall. The ceilings are 10 feet tall, so now he's standing on the ceiling.
Does that mean that Johnny gets a attack?
Yes.
Walk away.
Well, actually, he's not left 5 feet. He is in the same square. He's just standing on the ceiling. So
that
So
means
he's still within range.
easily reachable from the floor.
yes,
Okay.
he's just
That just
setting
looks
stuff.
weird.
But he's creeping us all out.
He is pretty creepy. Regdar.
I think Ragnar will cast an acid splash on the coffin. That feels like a no, that's dumb. I'm gonna magic missile the stupid vampire.
Yeah, many missiles. All the missiles.
All the missiles.
You know what? I'm casting this at level 3.
Yay.
Have a wand of magic missile, or am I making that up?
Submit. Burning through my spell slots. But so magic missile.
Is that right? 9.
Wow, I am not good at rolling dice today. He takes 7 force damage.
That's not great.
No,
But he takes it.
wait, is that macro doing that correctly?
What level did you cast it at?
Level 3?
Level
I don't
3.
know if that's
That doesn't
actually-
seem like enough.
Don't
like
trust
that's
the macros, Tony. Don't trust them.
Yeah, only nerds use macros.
Well,
Checking. It's
let's see.
1d4 plus 1 force damage to target.
should be-
Higher levels, it creates more darts, but doesn't up the damage.
But shouldn't there be more darts that each do a d4? The base is how many is the base?
It's you
3.
rolled 1 up top, right?
you roll. So you should be rolling 4d4 plus 4.
It definitely didn't.
It
No.
rolled 2d4 plus 2
Why did it do that?
for the original.
Yeah.
Double
Sorry,
it.
no, that's not true. It rolled 3d4 plus 3 for the original, and then an additional 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. So it's the two of those added together.
Yeah, yes. So it's 16 damage total. The bottom one is the original, and the top
Okay.
one is the bonus for casting it.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
better.
got it.
That seems significantly better. It's 16 and it's magic. So because it is
All right.
literally zip zop
The
magic.
vampire is looking the most damaged it has since you've met this vampire 18 seconds ago.
I was gonna say all those years ago.
So did it fail to heal?
Back in the
Right.
days of 2019.
It did heal. It healed up a little bit, but
Okay, but it's still messed up.
you're unloading more and more damage on the vampire, which
Good.
is a
And
good
it's
way
not
to
topping off every turn.
kill a
I
vampire.
like it.
Yeah, everyone who's run away that he wants to suck their blood. Well, not everyone, because there was someone there. Umlal.
Well, okay. So then
Unless Ragnar, did you want to do anything else? You could move.
No, I'm good.
tactical question: am I trying to pour more damage in this guy, or should I find out what's under this coffin?
Coffin.
I mean, I feel like okay. I
Damage.
don't. This,
He's
this-
hurting at the moment.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think that theoretically, this is. I don't actually remember as a dungeon master how vampires work in D&D, but Tony, also possibly Ragnar, depending on how much fan fiction Ragnar has read. I think vampires mainly they need that dirt to regenerate. So yeah, probably it's gonna freak out if we ruin its dirt and it can't sleep there. But probably it seems we have done bad stuff to the coffin and it has not changed its modus operandi. So.
But removing, if it does need the dirt to regenerate, then this would.
No. I think it needs the dirt to
Like at night.
sleep
Oh,
at night.
I see. Okay, so it's not going to do any immediate problem.
Yeah,
And
I
if we
think
knock it down, we can always stake it so it can't move over
Yeah.
to the
So
coffin.
the risk here is that if I engage, I'm at 9 hit points. If it decides to hit me again, I'm going down, and then Carlos and I are both down.
that's
So
not great. Not great.
we're not. That is not a great situation.
Well, you're both in the aura. One of you guys will get up next turn.
Well, and I will say you so Umlal with a 25, you saw into this kind of cavity as well, and you did not see any dirt. There seems to be something in there, but it doesn't.
It is the cleanest cavity of
All
all
right. So
time.
this may be more like a treasure thing than a
Could be.
Keep your treasure under your car. I don't know. This guy.
That's the same
I have a lot of
as
questions
it.
about this guy.
What other?
this
He
guy
doesn't
living
have
in-
cabinets in here, Dan.
Living at this room at the end of the swinging things over the boiling
Yeah.
mud and keeping
It's
his
a
stuff
30 by
warm.
30 stone room with one coffin. That's the entire furnishings. of the room.
Dan, we were clouds 2 minutes ago, and your question is like, why do vampires store money under their beds?
You know, if we transformed, we'd all be clouds by now, and this would all be no problem.
Magic.
So
How far, guys? So this is another question. Tactically, how far do we think we've got this vampire? Because I can do some damage, and then it's just a question of
Scott seems to be suggesting he's pretty ragged at this point.
I think Scott says we should pour it all on.
Yeah.
I mean,
all
that's-
right.
that's the only way
Amlal
to-
run. Amlal sees his friends in danger. Runs like slides. Sorry.
Now watch out, because Shara is a pal of the vampire right now. I don't know if you know that or not.
That is true.
Might
I don't
not.
think anyone knows that yet, though.
Also true. You don't know that.
I'm not sure this is going to stop me from doing a terrible thing.
I won't say this. Go ahead. What are you going to do?
Slides across the coffin. Runs over.
Wait a second.
Recklessly attacks.
Coffin does not have a top on it, so how are you going to slide
He
across?
leaps over it.
Amazing. He's amazing.
Oh, all right. Well,
It's a
give me an
dwarf
athletics
coffin
check.
and he's a Goliath. Come on.
Steps
true.
across the
Just
coffin.
Walks over the coffin. And oh man. Recklessly attacks.
All right, DC 10 athletics check, and then you will recklessly attack. There you go.
Yeah. I got it.
Flip over the coffin, you land, and you recklessly attack.
All right. Recklessly attacking with my dagger. He
Gets
pulls up a dagger and stabs the guy a bunch.
Recklessly.
Recklessly, which gives him advantage.
Is it a wooden dagger?
It's a metal
it's
dagger
magic.
but I melted down a piece of silver and then no.
Ooh, is this a
Uh,
dagger I see before me?
If it's not wooden, we can't burn it.
All right. So dagger attack. This is number 1.
It is dry up here. I don't know if I mentioned.
Critical.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
So 10 damage.
Yay!
Okay.
Followed by another dagger attack. Also with advantage. 27.
That will hit.
An additional 7 damage. Oh, wait. No, hold on. I'm going to use my reroll on that one dagger attack. I'd also rolled a run, so that went great. Yeah, so that was a total of 17 damage. It was all magic.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Uh,
Looks beat up. It's got gaping wounds, some dagger holes in it.
cool. All right.
And his coffin's messy.
And his coffin's messy.
That's the thing. That's the worst part, really.
Not dirty, just messy.
He's looking at you, Umlal.
Yeah, there's no dirt under there at all.
Hunger in his eyes.
Okay, can somebody kill this? Because I just opened myself up to an attack with advantage next turn. So you better kill the hell out of this thing. Otherwise, I am dead.
I don't.
Hachka,
Oh yeah.
kill the hell out of this thing.
All right, so question. If a charmed creature is knocked unconscious, does that break the charm?
Maybe.
right?
Good question.
Should break the charm.
Seems like it should.
Yeah. Tell Carlos it did either way. He's very susceptible.
Well, for Carlos, yes, it would.
In that case, I'm going to use my healing for this turn on Carlos, and he will cover 10 points of damage. Or
Conditions end when you are knocked out to 0 hit points.
Hurrah.
so you got 10 hit points now, Carlos.
Oh,
Welcome back.
well, yay for
Don't-
me.
I'm going to take the little tiki mask off you.
Amlo is yelling at Carlos.
now.
We are
Congratulations.
your real friends.
All right. And I will viciously mock the bedraggled vampire.
You're short.
Pretty vicious.
So it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. It got a 21.
Oh, well, it's okay then. Never mind. And I think that does it for me.
Okie dokie.
Oh dear.
So we've got Zatasha.
How close do I think this thing is to falling?
Well, that's very difficult for you to ascertain.
Yeah.
What are you, some sort of vampirologist?
As a matter of fact, Okay. No, I think the
I
most
love that
important.
Natasha and I are still standing out in the hall, by the way.
I'm going to move in. I am.
Oh no! Don't do it.
I have to in order to get close enough to do what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Or do I? Wait, no, I don't. That's 60 feet, not 6 squares. So yeah, I'm staying here.
Stay in the hall.
Okay.
hall is
I think
safe and
the most
warm.
important thing is to make sure that it doesn't take another attack and that our friend, the people who can do damage, can pump damage into it. And I have a scroll of hold person. So
Oh, you do.
I do. So I'm going to try using that. But first, I have a psionic surge that so I can overload my psychic focus to batter down an opponent's defenses. So I'm going to impose disadvantage on its saving throw.
Oh, we should have done that a long time ago.
I can only do it once a day, and then I lose all of my psychic focuses for the rest of the day.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. It's a big thing, but I feel like it's important. So hold person is a wisdom saving throw, which he now has disadvantage on.
So
if he fails,
your character cannot read this scroll.
oh, I can't?
Nope, you have to be.
Way to bury the lead there, Scott.
Yeah, I would have handed that off a long time ago then.
Scrolls, you have to be able to cast the spell.
Okay, well, then
Read
can
the
we
scroll.
say I didn't
Yes.
psionic surge?
Yes, we
No,
can.
I think she's good.
Maybe I do want to psionic surge and then just try to do some damage. That's
I
probably
think we need to barricade ourselves in this room and rest.
no, because then we can't get back out because we won't be able to win.
Wait, that sounds like making friends with the vampire. You didn't say kill the vampire first.
Yeah, we need to get whatever's in here,
Come on, I'm picking up what you're
and
putting
then
down.
gas our way out of here.
Yeah.
Let's just stay here forever.
Settle down.
All right. I guess I will try to hit it then.
Are you going to do the thing with the disadvantage saving throws?
Yeah, because otherwise I have no chance of doing any damage.
Okay.
I think whatsoever. So
So bring it on, says the vampire.
yeah, bring it on, says the vampire. I'm going to, do my mind thrust. So it's
My favorite.
that's an intelligence saving throw.
All right. I rolled 2 19s.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Okay then. I tried. If
Good
anybody
effort,
wants
good
to,
effort.
I've got a scroll like in my hand right here. So if somebody wants to grab it out of my hand, who can cast hold person.
You can say that you would know
Okay.
that, so whoever can cast hold person can have that scroll,
Let's.
which would be, I think, Regdar.
Regdar has
Yeah,
that scroll.
probably.
I can
Wizards
probably
have
handle
pretty
it.
much everything.
Oh yeah, Koshka
Yeah.
probably can.
Actually, I'm not sure of that, but I should check.
I'll check.
Alrighty. So is
What about the golem?
the golem
Body
is
slam.
is the next turn.
Oh,
Shara's
Basically, anybody, bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, wizard. So yeah, you're all good, Steve. You could have cast that.
What was I gonna say? I forget what I was gonna say. But sure, it's your turn.
Okay, what do I do?
That's right.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
You tell me.
Should have
What
just gone.
Johnny do first?
Thanks, Aline.
You make
I think
friends. Make friends
Johnny
all
body
around.
slams.
Johnny would not body slam him because Shara's been telling Johnny what to do, and Johnny, why would?
Oh, has Shara actually been doing that every time? I thought that Johnny was just attacking because that's the last thing they were told
Yeah, I
to do.
do too.
Also,
Yeah.
she doesn't have any particular hold over him. We can all tell him what to do.
Mhm.
He's just going on her turn because that's when she told him to go.
How does a flesh golem work? Do they just keep doing over and over
Does a
again?
flesh golem work?
Yeah, like is it?
That's what we tells him.
passed out? What do we wanna do?
all right. I'll say you gave him a standing order to attack the vampire. Fine. Let's see.
Still, I mean, it's still up. So
Way to head that 20 minutes of complaint off at the pass, Scott. Good job.
Fine.
Experience dungeon mastering.
So Shara, he's just gonna tell you you're just gonna hang out there. You're not gonna do
Okay.
it. And the flesh golem is going to. Well, actually, something might happen. He wants you to. No, you'll stay where you are. Flesh golem. Let's see. Body slam. 16. All right.
I should probably not cast hold person because that requires concentration. I want to maintain my aura.
All right. He does 13 points of damage as he slams he kind of jumps up and slams the dwarf into the ceiling.
Oh God.
I love this flesh golem.
yeah,
NPCs are way better than we are.
Pile of body parts slamming into a vampire. I love it.
I just, flesh golems, Frankensteins, we've kobolds occasionally. We've met a rich tapestry of people who are better at this game than we are.
Yep.
And you all notice conspicuously that Shara has not attacked the vampire, so you can be pretty sure
Yeah.
that she is under its sway.
Mm.
Carlos, it's your turn. You have
Hey.
hit points. You're on the ground.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to attack the vampire because now I'm not charmed anymore and I feel betrayed.
By whom?
So we're going to do all of my many attacks now using new numbers. That's a crit.
Nice.
So what do I need to? It's double the dice roll, right?
Just
Double
the dice roll
dice
and
roll.
modifier once.
That's 10 magic damage.
Roll twice, not double the dice roll.
Yeah, I rolled twice. That's so
Yes,
10 10 on that one
Okay.
of damage. And of course, I also am doing a second attack. So that is with my hand axe, and that is a 21 versus AC.
That will hit.
So that's 7 non-magical damage.
All right.
And now for my second attack, I'm gonna roll nothing, and I'm gonna roll. Good. So that's 10 magical damage.
All right. So Carlos pops up and unloads on this ceiling hanging vampire. What weapon are you using? The scimitar. So you just slice him up. And
Yeah,
then
pressed a scimitar, and I did a little stab or a little chop with a hand axe. So it's like scimitar, hand axe, scimitar. Yeah.
Gotta chop this thing down.
Yep.
Looks
It's like I'm
a,
chopping like a vine off of this ceiling, I guess. I don't know. Except it's a dwarf.
you look like a hibachi chef.
Yeah, some teppanyaki vampire.
Yes,
going
teppanyaki
on.
vampire.
Yep.
That's
That's a great Dark Horse comic.
teppanyaki vampire. Yeah.
Teppanyaki. All right. So the
Cancel
vampire.
after 13 issues, though, is the worst.
He's
Yeah.
about to tell us the vampire's dead. Quiet.
Nope. The vampire moves. Does not
Ah!
provoke opportunity attacks.
Why not?
And
It's right next to me.
yeah, because it has a special power that it can move and does not provoke opportunity
Well,
attacks.
then you answered that question.
I hope you're happy.
I am not.
And Shara willingly exposes her neck, and he sinks his teeth into her neck.
Oh, he probably healed me.
Umlal's all, why people keep doing this?
This is not good. Stop it. And you take 7 points of piercing damage, and 12 points of necrotic damage, and your total hit points go down by 12. And you notice that it heals up a little bit. The vampire, that is.
Probably by about 12 to 19 damage.
Oh, wait. All right. Regdar.
I feel like I should be able to do something better than this, but I don't. I am going to magic missile again.
Yep.
This is my
Sounds good.
last high level spell slot. Casting it at level 3. So
Right.
he will take 5 plus 13. That's not horrible.
That's like 18.
18.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
All right, that's good. They slam into his body. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
yeah, enjoy that.
He does not enjoy it. He does not look pleased.
Well, I don't know.
He says, I invited you into my home. I can't.
They can't, I don't know. So yes, but he's not dead, is what you're telling me.
He is not dead. So you notice that he was really wounded, and then he healed up a bit, and then he sunk his teeth into Shara and healed up some more.
All right, well, I'm done.
Umlal, you've got a vampire on the ceiling.
On the
Teeth in Shara.
All right.
Oh, what a feeling when your vampire's on the ceiling.
Are we thinking we're gonna need the long rest when we get out of this? I'm just-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All
But
right,
that's a very hypothetical situation.
I'm raging in that case. I will rage. I will I'm also gonna reckless attack again. I'm going to run up, plant a foot on the edge of the coffin, and basically launch into the air and like try to just gut the vampire on the ceiling.
All right. Well, give me an athletics check. I would say a 15. Oh, 28. That's fine.
Critical.
Wow.
All right, so you do it.
That looks so cool.
All right, I'm using the magic dagger again. So actually, it's more like jump, stab.
So you just slice its gut open.
Yeah, I'm trying that, but it's it's a dagger. All right, first
disembowel it.
Is a 27.
That will hit.
Nice.
And that will actually be 10 piercing damage because of the rage, followed by another 23.
That will
by
hit.
11, so that is 21. 21 piercing damage, all magical.
So you cut open a big section on its midriff, and nothing comes out because it does. Well, actually, it bleeds out. And if you could identify
All my blood.
All of our blood.
Yeah.
Open wide.
Second,
I get my
second
blood
hand.
back.
Slightly used blood.
It's kind of a sangria at this point. It's definitely a blend.
Oh, it's very used blood at this point.
This is a disappointing pinata. Catch it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, is it me again?
Yes.
What if you just filled a pinata with ketchup packets?
Neat. I like it when it's me. Although I don't have anything exciting to do this turn. Who's in need of healing the most? Probably Omlal.
I'm at 9 currently.
You're in bed. You're in a
Yeah,
bad
you're
way?
even
All
worse
right.
than me. I'm at 10.
I will resist. I have my resistance up, so that will help. But
I'll take
more
more.
hit points welcome. More hit points always welcome.
You just got 7 more hit points.
All right, thank you. 16.
And wow, are we talking really about doing a short little resty after this?
I think we're gonna do a long rest after this.
Long resty after
We're
this?
gonna need long rest because
I mean, I've got healing left, so I mean, if we needed
also
to, we could.
I think all of us who have had our hit points max lowered. I don't know if that resets until a long rest. I have no idea.
Or at all, ever.
Nobody
This
knows.
is our lives now.
Oh my god! If I'm a barbarian with 29 hit points, it's like I'm level 2 again.
I will tell
Next
you
time
that
you'll get it right, Dan.
it resets after a long rest.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, in that case, wow.
Let's not die here, Steve. Not today.
Can't take that away.
Not today. All right. What the heck then? I'm going to go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level.
Oh.
Must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Wisdom
DC
saving
is 16.
throw. I could do that. Ah, do I still have disadvantage on all my saving throws?
No, that was just for the one that I did.
Well, that's too bad.
Wisdom. What is that? That is a 15. So I say it's failed.
Failed the save. Okay, good. Well, then you will take.
Oh wait, actually, I choose to succeed.
What?
No,
Vampires could do that.
I'm pretty sure they can't.
Lies.
So you'll take 21 psychic damage.
All right, he takes whatever if you save.
And you must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as your speed will allow away from me, which doesn't do much because nobody there is going to attack you.
Well, Amlal, where is Amlal now, actually? Because Amlal jumped over.
All right.
I jumped. So yeah, I ran up and jumped. I'm probably just like
Oh,
here.
All right, well, then he's already as far as he can get from me, so that's not going to do anything anyway.
Well,
But he will take 21
he's
psychic
going to
damage.
the corner.
he takes 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh, is this psychic damage? Man, that is unusual.
No, but he chose to save.
That's vampires. I hate them. I hate them.
Oh, you were serious about that?
Yes, I was serious about that.
Oh, well, vampires are dumb. I hate
Actually pretty smart. This is
No,
Natasha.
Yeah.
stupid
Perception
vampires.
check.
Me?
Yep.
Perception. What is my perception? That's 20.
All right. So as this battle was happening, or continues to happen, so for the last 30 seconds or so, you've been hearing bubbling and things from the mud because
Mud
the
golems.
is open, and suddenly you don't hear that anymore. And now it's your turn.
Okay. I will point out. I will yell that to my friends. The boiling mud stopped boiling, and then I will use. Let's see. I will use a bonus action. No, actually, I don't need to use a bonus action because I've already have my mantle of command up. So I'm going to use 3 of my last precious psi points to command to strike. As an action, choose one ally you can see within 50 feet. That ally can use their reaction to immediately take the attack action. Amlal, please attack this vampire.
Cool. I will do that. I will immediately stab it with a dagger.
All right.
And
Roll to hit.
because I use 3 psi points, I can get back 3 hit points with my mystic.
That will be 12 points of damage.
All right. So
Magical damage.
you sink your magical dagger into its side, after being inspired by Zatasha, and the vampire turns to mist.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
Don't shallow breaths, Dan. Shallow breaths.
I also turn to I mean, I've got no soul, and I can turn into gas, so I'm basically 2/3 of the way to being a vampire right now.
Yeah, basically, you lack the fashion aesthetic. That's
And the teeth. I need the
And
teeth.
you see, so the mist then gathers in the kind of cracked coffin and solidifies again into a resting vampire.
Who's got a stake? Who's
Stake
got
it.
a stake?
Shara has a whole bunch of bolts.
Is
Am I
Question.
still-
Is 600 feet of rope made of wood?
No, Shara, it's your turn. You're no longer charmed.
Okay, so I'm taking a crossbow bolt and I'm stabbing it in the heart.
All right, you've stabbed you don't have to roll because it's not moving, through the heart.
It's immobilized, at least. So
It
that's
is-
a thing.
Can we just decapitate it? Can I just cut its head off with my
Oh yeah, let's
greatsword?
take it. Let's take the damn thing. to
I
pieces.
spam my acid orb cantrip on all that dirt.
Are we still in rounds though? Because
Nope.
okay,
You are now out of combat.
all right.
Can
The
I
mud-
just decapitate it? I will totally do that.
Okay, I want to check out that
Aim
hole.
for the
I
head.
know
Wait. Let's deal with the vampire first.
Yeah. Can we deal with the
Well,
vampire?
Yeah, focus team.
Regdar's gonna acid damage everything in the vicinity. I'm
Yeah,
not.
melt that effer. Let's go.
So
If
what would
this-
you like to do?
If this thing is incapacitated, does that give us coup de grace ability essentially?
You can cut its head off if you want.
Sweet,
Yes.
done.
Do it.
All right.
Take it with.
You've cut off the vampire's
Throw it
head.
in the mud.
Aim for the head.
Okay, so I want to check out the thing under. I want to see what's under the coffin.
Yeah, let's shove
All
the
right.
coffin aside if we can.
Yeah,
I'm keeping.
this vampire better have at least one quality heirloom that he's been
I'm
I think he's got a
Watch it
wave or a
behind us.
whelm or a black razor personally.
I tie the dwarf vampire head to my belt.
That's disturbing.
That's
It was
what
the
I'm-
style at the time.
You find 6 leather sacks that contain 10,000
Six
silver
more
pieces
vampires.
and 9,000 gold pieces.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow,
Find-
this guy should really have opened a savings.
With that, we can buy a wave or a whelm or a black razor.
You find a potion.
Yeah.
Take a sip.
It is a potion of mind reading.
Oh, I knew that.
And you find 3
I
spells.
read it in a book.
One is called Conjure Minor Elementals.
Ooh.
One is Dispel Magic.
Oh, that's actually super handy.
And one is Magic Mouth.
I
You
think
also
I saw
find-
that Channing Tatum movie.
You also find what probably you would deem is the most exquisitely crafted warhammer you've ever seen.
Oh, it's wave or whelm or black razor. I don't remember which.
Ooh.
Well,
It is well, it doesn't really have a.
Is it magic? Is it magic? Is it magic? Is it magic?
You don't know. It's just laying there. It has dwarven runes carved and kind of etched in it in gold. It seems to be made of probably adamantine. It is. It's got a golden shaft. It glistens.
Damn right. Carlos picks it up.
That Warhammer is one bad.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about Shaft of the
No.
Warhammer.
Carlos likes the dwarven
Carlos.
runes. Reminds him of his family.
You hear in your mind something
Always
that's
good.
a
Always
very
good.
gruff kind of dwarven voice that
Man,
says,
things in this dungeon are very talky.
you're very confusing to me. Are you?
I don't like fish.
You're a dwarf. You're something else. I don't. You're close enough. Do you want to bond with me?
We leave the room.
Whoa.
What do I get out of it?
Forward for a
Hammer.
warhammer.
You will. I will lead you into great battles and victory against goblins and giants, using my many powers. I will return to you when thrown. I can create a shockwave. I have supernatural awareness and can cast detect evil and good or locate object. I'm also sentient. I have dark vision out to a range of 120 feet.
Stop
Whoa,
bragging.
whoa.
So-
We can ask for your LinkedIn profile.
So Carlos turns to Regdar and says, "This hammer is talking to me. Could you check it out and see if it's legit or if it's bad?" Because
Don't put it
Regdar does a quick check, Arcana check to see if it's cursed. He thinks it's probably just like a sweet ass.
Should we cast Dispel Magic on the Magic Warhammer?
Well, I mean, it might be really good. And then,
my name is Whelm.
so
Thank you.
I got a 15 Arcana check, and it just told us its name.
This is one of the things we came here for. We came here for the 3 weapons, and this is one of them.
oh, so are we?
Yes.
Should I not bond with it because we're supposed to get it back and bring it back to?
No, we're
Totally
supposed to.
no,
use it
you
to
bond.
fight
You
against-
bond. You're not carrying around a magical warhammer and not using it. That's not happening.
It didn't come with a carrying
All right.
case.
Carlos picks up the hammer and holds it near his mouth, and he says, "I love you, hammer."
So then, if Carlos,
Words they will hopefully live to regret.
Hope you say it in Dwarvish at least.
I am uncomfortable.
In Dwarven, bond already, bond already.
Would you say you're overwhelmed by this attention?
So now, you are attuned to this weapon. I don't know how many attunement slots you have. You can only be attuned to 3 things. So
I don't think I've ever been attuned to anything before, Scott.
I'll hear you. I'll hear that.
so then the scimitar. Does Carlos have use of the scimitar at this point, or could that maybe?
I could pass that on. I need to know more about this awesome hammer, but yeah.
I will tell you more. It is a +3, which is
This scimitar is crap. Take
Hey,
it.
Carlos, there any +3 wands in that vampire hatch there? Just warhammers.
also
There's
you
some
can
scrolls and stuff. Hey, you can have the magic mouth. How about that?
Yeah.
throw it for 20 feet or a long range of 60 feet, and it will return to you.
Oh, sweet.
Freaking Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Yep. And if you hit when you throw it, it does an extra D8 bludgeoning damage or 2D8.
He's
if
gonna
it's
be
a
throwing
giant-
Guys,
at everything.
I'm
This is gonna be real.
I'm
This is-
Thor now. I'm Thor now.
There better be a
Carlos is actually
+3
crying.
sword in this.
You should take some aspirin.
And you can, if you hit the ground with Whelm, you send a shockwave out from the point of impact, and each creature of your choice within 60 feet must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or be stunned for a minute.
Wow.
Just,
Sounds
just,
like
a, just a question for other people here. Is Carlos worthy of this?
Definitely not.
I think this is just the DM buttering up the guy who runs the network. Is all I'm saying.
Are any of us?
Finally,
think any of
something
us
good is happening for Carlos. Finally.
And suddenly, Carlos also realizes as he's holding this weapon, his senses have expanded, and you
That
feel
can't be right.
would know the location of any secret or concealed doors within 30 feet of you, and you will be able to cast detect evil and good or locate object.
Alma looks over at his friend and he's like clutching the like bite wounds on his neck, and it's just like gives him like a thumbs up and then just collapses.
we high,
Yeah.
we high five, and you just kind of fall backward as part
Yeah,
of the
there's
five.
still a lot of people's blood like splashed on the walls.
And so you hear from the hammer in Dwarven out loud, it says, "We must find the other 2."
Out loud?
Out loud, you all hear it say this in Dwarven.
I wasn't
Touch
kidding.
capes.
I told you it
If-
was talking to me.
Is
It's
this
cursed.
Did you all hear that?
Is
I
this the
heard it, but I don't know what
cliffhanger,
it
or is,
said.
did we
I'm
need
not
to figure out
cursed.
what's going on with the mud?
Yeah, I've been watching the behind us. I haven't gone to check because
Before we go do anything else, I should point out I have got 6 rounds worth of healing left to hand out.
Why don't you, I don't
Next.
know. What Scott, lead us to the end here. What do we? What
I think that you'll probably be long resting, so you don't.
Not
really
here.
go through-
Well,
you can leave.
because we only have. Wait, how many hours is that? Because we need to go back over those
Yeah,
wooden
yeah.
platforms before.
Yeah.
and we have less than an hour of wind.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've got more healing I can hand out to the people who are hurting before we head out.
Yeah,
He's
you
in
should
this
heal
room.
before we go through there, just in case it starts bubbling again.
Yeah.
which
How
it's
much,
currently not.
Steve? How much does each of your thing of healing do?
2d6, and I've got 6 of them left over the next whatever it is.
One of those will probably get me pretty close to
6/10
full,
of a
since I
minute.
can only go up to 29.
Yeah,
I'm down to 13.
All right, here's you just got 10, Amlal.
Cool. Thank you.
There's 5 more left. Who else needs it?
I'll take something.
All right. 2. There's 4 for you.
Great.
Need more? I got
I'm
4
down.
more.
I'm down to 13.
Okay,
so-
Shara. You get 5. 3 more.
I mean, I could take another.
Sure. 2. 8.
I can take another
Thanks.
one too.
Okay. 4. You got 10.
Yay.
Last one. Anybody?
I could do another one.
All right. 2. 4.
Thanks.
I'm all out of heals.
All right.
I'm
Lost
Should we-
that.
up to 30 out of 34. So
26 out of 29. All right. Should we turn back to Mist and get the heck back over that thing?
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
see if we get killed by mud.
Somebody
what
let
about
Fleshy know.
Johnny? How's Johnny doing? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Uh,
forgot. That should probably heal him some.
Yeah.
He is a construct and cannot be healed.
I was wondering.
okay.
He's he's missing. He's got big gashes in him,
He's a couple of ears and a kneecap short of what he was.
but he's got 57 out of 93 hit points. So.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow. These guys are
All right.
tough.
I'm ready to leave.
All right, so are we taking a minute
yep.
to
Let's
Yep.
mist up.
transform?
Before we do that,
All right,
Carlos
let's-
is going to use the power of his hammer to see if there's any secret doors or things in this room.
There are no secret doors in this room.
Okay.
Does he just become aware of them, or does he have to use that power?
He just becomes aware of them.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
And we've collected everything else from those leather sacks, right?
Yes, you've got everything that's from there.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll and off this. I have that awful room.
All right, let's mist up.
Okay,
Missed up.
All I heard there was awful room, but I.
that's all I heard too. But I assume I agree with it, whatever it is.
All right.
Erica's right, as usual.
Everybody drink a fresh can of CR Mist. Let's go.
Woo! All right,
So
so
we're
you've
just-
all turned into
Leave it
mist.
do.
And as you go out of the room, you notice something. I don't know why people are flying away before I'm explaining what happened.
No, no.
I don't want to notice anything.
We're waiting.
Yep, I noticed nothing.
There is nothing. So you notice that the room is quiet because there seems to be a plane of force has been laid over the entire floor of this
We could have just
Everyone
walked
can-
back.
along the where the bottom of the discs are, and standing on this plane of force are 5 figures actually. 4 of them look like this.
What the?
Uh,
A hippopotamus with a gun?
are
So dapper.
basically standing on 2 feet, hippopotamuses wearing, kind of
Confederate hippo.
forms, holding a large metal stick with wood around it that looks like a rifle of some sort.
Arquebus. Thank you.
Yes. And they are arrayed around an elf who is holding a staff and wearing flowing robes, and he looks at you and he says, "You're a long way from home, aren't you?"
Nope, we live here.
Yes,
We're just
300
gas.
He snaps his fingers and you are no longer gas.
He saved us a minute.
we were just a gas in passing.
So this dude's like midway across the walkway there.
Yep, they're standing pretty much
On the mud? In a-
on
I
the-
really don't know how that guy could have expressed more that he's like a very powerful planar wizard, unless he had like 6 hippopotami with rifles.
They're standing where I've drawn this circle, kind of in the middle of the room, on a plane of force above the wall, the boiling mud, and you see the geyser shoot up and hit against the plane of force, and they are protected from it.
All right. So this all happened while we were still sort of like on the platform, or did we fall down to the plane of force?
Some of you are on the platform, and some of you are, like Carlos, for example, is very eager to get out, so he's over there. Umlal probably also not known for his
Fine.
I was still in the vampire room at the time, so
Ketchka. Nobody was in the vampire room.
Yes,
So-
we are a long way from home.
Correct. Well spotted.
Mm.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you
are.
are troubling developments. You should not be here.
We
Words.
agree.
Neither should you.
I should
This
be
place
here.
is nasty. You should be sitting at home with a drink.
Yes,
Place
I should, but somebody
comfortable.
did some trans-dimensional travel that they should not be able to do, and so I am here to address the situation. Thank you very much.
Me, the situation. That's what they call me.
You are very welcome.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, this is troubling. You are from Athos. You should not
Indeed.
be here. How did you get here?
We walked.
We
I
walk.
say.
That's what I was just about to say.
We simply walked towards a mountain, and between one step and the next, we were in a lush green forest, the kind of thing that we had never experienced before. It was quite distressing, but we just kept on going because we are determined folk.
One does simply walk into White Plume Mountain.
I have been experiencing visions, troubling visions, that tell me that the bonds that we have bound across Athos are weakening.
That's the same fight that we're fighting, friend.
We have been worried about that ourselves. We are trying to re-strengthen those bonds and wall Athos back off from the rest of the multiverse as quickly as possible,
one should have to deal
because
with
it sounds like we're on the same side in those terms. So that's what we're here for. Is there any way that we can help you do that, or that you might be able to help us do that?
Yes, unfortunately, your very presence here is accelerating the problem, and so I must send you back as quickly as possible. However, I have experienced visions many thousands of years ago. I was part of the team that created and walled off Athos, and we used certain nodes of elemental power that are located in your plane. In the Fane of Eyes is the name of it, and I imagine that these people are leveraging these same things to weaken the bonds. So you must go there, and I have seen visions of people wearing stone masks, performing rituals in the Fane of the Eye. They seem to be coming from some kind of large stone building from the desert. I do not know much more. My scrying has been rebuffed. I cannot tell you more information. Hopefully these things make sense to you.
Yeah,
Not really.
Do they
this
make
sounds like a
sense to
monastery
us?
that actually I was never there for the monastery bit, so I don't know. We can certainly figure it out, but we were sent here to find 3 great weapons to help us in our fight, and we've discovered one, but it seems that there are still 2 to be found.
Yeah, well, I cannot allow
I
you.
worry
I think
about
we're
going
getting
back to
one, and
Athos.
that's it, guys.
I cannot allow you to take any weapons from here. This prison was built to contain these weapons. For these weapons are quite powerful, and yet they also endanger the wielders.
We're okay with that. It's just Carlos.
Carlos, I assume that is your name. You are the wielder of Whelm. And Whelm says, "Don't believe anything he says. I'm fine. I won't do anything to you."
Oh no! What if you're the Whelmer of Weald?
And he says, "Well, Whelm is quite enthusiastic about killing giants and goblins. He does not like to be out of doors. So,
How do you know all of these things?
who do you think built this?"
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
I
We
did,
assume
you
someone
idiot.
who's.
You are the
Yeah.
wizard who built White Plume Mountain?
Yes.
What is
Are you-
with the
you're
room
Disney.
Why
with
didn't
all
you
the
build it taller?
orbs?
800 feet is barely a mountain,
We have
my friend.
serious-
Perhaps you need to look into a book.
We have serious question about
Snaps his
boiling mud,
fingers, and,
vampire room.
Ketchka no longer has a mouth. So,
That's all right. I've got telepathy. I'm still talking into his head.
yep,
And now he no longer has a brain.
you no longer have telepathic abilities either. So,
I still got fingers.
he can snap his fingers again.
Oh no.
Half of us will fade to dust.
So I do not want to force Whelm from you, but I recommend that you leave it here unless you want to live the rest of your life underground.
There's not a lot of good stuff underground in Athos. Maybe here.
Not
Are there
like-
more
not like
dungeons
good
here?
stuff. Not a lot of great
So-
stuff overground either.
In game turns, basically what happens is Whelm, after you hold Whelm for 24 hours, if you are not underground, you have disadvantage on every single roll you make.
Wow.
Oh.
But you still have +3?
Yes. And it's for as long as you're attuned. And Whelm will not let you unattune.
So this was basically a huge waste of time, is what you're telling us.
Oh, I get it. This is like that ring that Regdar found, Carlos says. And
Also, kind of like that hat. I
and
mean,
ha-
really, most of the things we find are pretty bad. Is what it says.
and Carlos hands the hammer to the nice guy and says, "Okay, send us where we need to go."
Thank you. I will send you. He 4 crystals appear, and he says these will help you close the portals that these people are opening and strengthen the bonds that bind Athos to itself. Again, all you have to do is throw them into one of the elemental nodes, and it will do the rest.
Thank you. I'd like to point out that we are in very bad shape right now. So if you do send us back to Athos, can you send us somewhere that's safe to rest for roughly 8 hours?
When I send you, you're
Hours.
fully healed.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh.
convenient.
Also,
And
full
rested
service.
and
Because
spell
otherwise,
slotted?
none of this.
Yes, it will be as though you took a long rest.
oh,
what if?
I like
What
you,
if?
sir.
What if? And I'm not just spitballing here. What if you took very valuable, very powerful weapon? Maybe give us slightly less powerful weapon. Fair
Or even-
exchange.
Even just a bunch of like, if you have some like old metal that you don't need.
do you have like an
Copper piping?
underwhelming?
Yeah,
hammer?
or even just like, I mean, like a barrel of water would go a long way. Really, anything that's not kank milk is what we're looking for.
You people are very confusing.
Athos is a strange land.
Athos. It's
It is
Athos.
true.
It's not
Yeah,
us.
this
It's
is-
Athos.
We are basically
forget
why
it.
you walled it off.
Forget
And
it,
I
Planar
will-
Wizard at Athos Town.
I will gift you some magic item, one magic item of your choice.
You're all right,
about that
Hippo
hat?
Napoleon. Kachka doesn't say
I
or
just,
think or
the
gesture.
Egglass Angels grand theme is where, we encounter some
Yeah.
oppressive force and we try to negotiate for something.
And what Carlos says is, do you have any overground hammers?
Or
So
with giant swords.
you will all be able to pick your own magic item that is rare or less. So you can,
Yay.
whatever you want, he will give you,
Yes.
which includes a lot of great stuff. So
So maybe that's more of a offline research
Yeah.
thing.
this
Yeah.
is a good point to end as soon as he transports you back to
All
Athos,
right.
which we'll do.
Thank you, wizard man.
Yeah. What is your name? Who do we have to thank for this?
I am Glendril the Vigilant.
We're gonna call you
No,
Glenn.
you're
Goodbye,
not.
Glenn.
Goodbye, Glenn.
I
Make
knew
a
a
rude gesture
wizard's
with my
brother whose friend was a down below inspector. I don't know.
And I will transport you wherever you need to be in Athos, within a few miles.
Tyr,
Tier.
Here.
Tears.
The mountains.
the city of Tyr.
I was gonna say, where's the next portal?
I would like to go to Freedom.
Well, please, I will send you each to your own place so that you send you to the place
Please just
somewhere
go
in a
away.
mountain. You go to Freedom. No,
I would like to go to Red Larch, except the place that Red Larch became when you
which is
crossed
Freedom.
off Red Larch on the map.
Yes, you would go. You could go to Freedom. You could go to Tyr. You could go. So
Freedom is
closer
Close to
to where
monastery.
the monastery is.
Oh yeah,
we
that's
should,
true.
We should probably go
Yeah.
to Freedom.
All right, freedom, and I know the people there. They're
See?
cool.
Freedom.
Yeah, we're very
Freedom.
popular there.
All right, so he
right.
says, "Good luck," and he picks up his staff and points it at you. And there's a blinding white light. The white light fades, and you are standing in what was once Freedom.
Oh no.
But there are several kind of gaping fissures in the ground. All of the buildings that were in Freedom have collapsed. You
Oh,
hear
this sucks.
moaning
Yeah.
of people. There, you still see some people are collapsed under some rubble. everywhere you look, someone is injured. There's dust everywhere, and someone.
So like how it was when we left is what you're saying.
No, when you left, it was a fairly prosperous.
How does Athos keep getting worse? Like it's so bad
Good
already.
question. It's a
You
good
hear
question.
people wailing, and we will end there.
Oh great.
All right. And we're all healed.
What an auspicious
Yes,
day.
you're all healed. You're all you've got all your powers back, and you'll have a fancy dancy magic weapon or magic item, I should say, of your choice.
Rare or less.
Rare or less.
I like it.
I love it.
And if you,
I want some more of it.
Everyone here should have access to D&D Beyond, so you can sort the
Peruse.
items by rarity.
Nice.
Just let me know what you pick.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
So we'll do this again in 2020, or
No, I want to. So I will try to. Well, maybe we could try to schedule something now.
all right. I'm going to turn off the live stream and the recording first before we do scheduling.
Yeah.
Thank you to
And I'm
everyone
going to go
who
turn on
tuned in.
my live stream, and I'll be back.
All right, that's good. Let's end with Steve talking about bodily functions because
Canon.
It's
on brand.
How we started.